fuck is this damn diglet that drops out of the...
Rossetti, bro. Mr. Rossetti! Hey, Ripper, it's Rossetti.
Diglet.
The heck is Rossetti? I didn't even finish.
Rossetti? He's a piece of shit mole that gets pissed off when you
points.
reset your console.
What the fuck is this damn diglet that drops out of the... Damn diglet! You making me mad?
Yes,
Fucking mad!
Yelling at me! I'm trying to cook!
Where's the lamb sauce? Where's the lamb sauce?
Stop yelling at me!
Where's the lamb sauce?
You got the sauce.
I am cow, hear me moo. I weigh twice as much as you, and I look good on the barbecue. Yogurt, curd, cream, cheese, and butters made from liquid from my udders. I am cow, hear me moo. I am cow, eating grass, methane gas comes out my ass, and out my muzzle when I belch. Oh, the ozone layer is thinner from the outcome of my dinner. I am cow, I've got gas.
What the fuck was that? Oh my god.
Holy crap.
I was not prepared for that. I had not seen that, but here we are. Welcome to Tuesday night's main event. A kind of, I don't know what the hell to call this. I'm on the road. Everybody's out of town. Everybody's going somewhere. Nobody's here except for the multimillionaire Ripa. He's the only one that decided to show up. So whatever, man. Holy shit. But we are here. And I don't know how, I have no idea what's about to happen. But we're going to have a show. I think this is going to be crowd driven tonight. I don't know what's going on because I've been traveling. But you know what? We're here. And we got an awesome thumbnail tonight. That thumbnail's gotten a lot of reaction. Let me explain this. That there's a long story that goes with the thumbnail. Okay, and I'm sure now it's going to take a few minutes. So Donnie Danko sent it to me as a joke, and as soon as I saw it, I said, "I'm using that tonight." He goes, "What the fuck?" That's the long story. He said, "Look at this Dan Vask approved." He's like, "Dan Vask approved thumbnail," and I'm like, "Bro, I'm using that tonight." He goes, "What?" Well, hang on. Let me add a few more things to it. Yeah, that's the decision right there. There you go. That's just how we do things at G&G. So
yeah, it's an intricate process to get things approved here. Yeah.
Expecting a real story there, not just a comment.
Yeah, he's like,
Look at there.
Really great story.
Look at there. Look at there. Thumbnail got me to click, to be honest. You see? I mean, who wouldn't click on that? We got Young Rippa in the house. What's up, Eric July? Really mad at those diglets.
Stupid damn things. Yeah, nah, man, it's good to be here. Yeah, things have obviously dynamics, kind of what I do right now. I've just shifted now that we're done, completely finished with Isom 2 fulfillment. We ended that last week. Today was our first day back work. Gave everybody a paid day off. And we're back to work, but I don't have to be there every day because we're in between campaigns. We're getting staffed, all that good stuff. So yeah, it feels good to be back kind of in this mode, to be able to just create and like write stuff and handle business stuff. All of that has been fun for me. It's been very therapeutic, man. It feels good to be back, but also feels good to be here for another Tuesday night's main event.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah. Look at Carolyn.
happiest.
Carolyn.
Shout out.
Better than any of Mr. Beast's thumbnails. No, we really
Not
have
wrong.
a strategic plan here, because I know Mr. Beast went through tens of thousands of thumbnails in order to find the perfect one, and we did literally the opposite of, hey, this is so stupid, I'm gonna use it for our flagship show of the
Hey,
week.
did you just call Donnie Danko's art stupid?
Yes, it's very stupid. It's a very stupid. It's so dumb. People thought Jay did it. Okay, that's how dumb it is.
Nice.
It does kinda look like Jay.
Nice.
Literally, the whole chat was like, Jay must have done that thumbnail. Jay must have done that thumbnail. Oh, Jay, you tried. Good job, Jay. What's up, Rolo? I don't have the clip. So Puerto Rico Pistolero, Puerto Rico, all that. There you go.
There we go.
We are also praying
There we
for the
go.
people of Puerto Rico.
Rico. There we go.
We love Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. And we also love Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico in the house.
There we go. Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, did Donnie Danko get a job at like Disney? Because that looks exactly like the shitty restaurant that they made in Hollywood Studios for like Woody's Roundup Rodeo or whatever barbecue. They made like the facade look like Andy like drew in there. I was like, come on, man. Like this looks like total shit. It looks like total shit, but supposedly the food's good. So
Zanaximus
but it's
dropped a
great.
50 because it's the best thumbnail.
But it's
Okay?
authentic. So it's authentic.
Yes.
So Donnie Danko, you can always get a job at Disney, man. Maybe you can infiltrate them from within and then like, you know, try to turn them around or something.
Hell yeah.
So that'd be the
Nagranol
best
thinks
way to
it's
go.
the best thumbnail yet, too. There's a lot of that. There's a lot of that going around.
It was good. I totally thought it was Krista. I really did. So, and for those of you that don't know, we've had to adopt Fear the Beardo here because HQ's having some issues.
Bro.
With the net, so we've got Fear the Beardo here in studio at the Locked and Loaded.
Yes, this is
Latinos
true.
HQ.
I am at the Locked and Loaded Latinos studio. Internet has been a bit of a problem, but we solved it, and here I am. So let's go. Let's lock it in, baby.
I might be at the Locked and Loaded Latino Studios tomorrow for CobraCast if this keeps up. I mean,
Over there.
you guys wouldn't believe how retarded the situation is with Spectrum right now. Like you really wouldn't.
Shit, man.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Beardo's back at HQ and he's been dealing with it firsthand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's literally crippling my ability to run my business at this point. I've been on the phone with more people at Spectrum than I care to even admit. They've been out to HQ now 3 different times. And it's not the download speed, it's the upload speed. The upload speed is horrible. We can't run a stream right now from HQ. I mean, it's insane. And it's all because they're telling us that it's a node issue. Now, apparently that's like the whole area, like that's like the central hub of where, like, it's almost like a neighborhood issue. Like the whole thing is an issue, apparently. And I'm like, then fucking fix it. I mean, I've been talking about this for 3 months now. Just fucking fix it. But this is what happens, I guess, when you have a monopoly and you don't have to, or I guess they have a monopoly in the area, so there's no other competitors. It's really fucking crazy. It really is. But look who's here for the first time, at least first time in a long time. Hollywood Scholar, Jed. I mean, you've been on before.
Look,
Yes.
But yeah, but it's been a while.
It's been a few weeks, yeah. I was here when on the show when Melanie Mac was at HQ. That was the last time I was on. So
that's right. You were on there, and then before then it was a long time, right?
Yeah, that was my first time.
Okay,
So
I
this is
thought it was a
only my
long time ago you were on here. Okay.
No, that was my first time. So yeah, it's great to be here. I'm also traveling, so I apologize for any issues on my end technically because this isn't my normal setup. But we are Friday Night X here. We're still 10 minutes in. We're barely through the first 2 intros, so we're doing well.
Yeah,
and
that is true.
I don't know how long Jeremy's internet's gonna last, so we might need Beardo to take over.
Yeah, you'll see. Well, I mean,
we'll call Dan in, take over. Dan will take over.
Dan Bask is takeover. Shout out to Jay.
We're good. We got enough upload speed. We got 2 gigs of upload speed here, so we got enough. We got enough for everybody over here.
Fiber optics.
Yeah, I mean, dude, it's so frustrating. Like, somebody just send me a $10,000 super chat on Streamlabs, and I'll just move right now. Fuck it. There you go.
Oh, I thought you said someone did.
No,
Yeah, I was getting excited for a second.
I would have been a lot more excited. Trust me.
Yeah, you were like, yeah, someone just sent a $10,000 super chat. I'm like, what the fuck?
So casually too.
Yeah,
I know.
Nonchalant.
10,000.
10,000, baby.
I wish. Speaking of diversity, what's up, Epic Mike?
I like how all the diversity people are at their house comfortable and happy with internet, and all the white dudes are sitting there struggling. It makes me happy.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
This is the kind
No
of stream
subliminal
that,
messaging there.
This is the kind of stream that people dream of having, and they could,
We finally arrived, Mike.
Finally, my time has come.
We finally made it.
Finally made it. I'm happy to be here. I may have pissed some people off on the internet the other day. That never happens to any of us. We've never had to deal with that
That's
before.
for sure.
Especially having just regular ass opinions about mid ass games. I'm sure we'll get into that later. Also, this is the happiest I've seen Ripa in months.
Dude,
he seems so nice.
My wife,
yeah,
I know you're right, because my wife said like the same fucking thing. She's like, dude, it feels like, she obviously around me every day, and she's like, you're different now that the campaigns is over. Like, she could tell. So
he came on stream and he smiled at us. He's like, "What's up, everybody?" Normally we're like, "What's up, Rip?" And he's like, "I gotta fucking go back to the warehouse. It's 7 fucking a.m. They stop ordering this goddamn book." So it's awesome, man. It's exciting to see that. Also, that stream you guys did yesterday was awesome, bro.
Oh, it was fun,
dude.
That was fun.
It's just cool to see somebody be able to create, and now you can just chill and watch people talk about and speculate about and enjoy what you created instead of having to. Like, now it's all fulfilled. You got it all out there. Now people can just watch it and be happy with it and read it and share it. It's awesome, man. Can't make that up, man. That's a dream come true right there. So
hell yeah, man.
Yep.
It's been a wild road, man. I mean, Rip is sitting here, sitting on top of 2 multi-million-dollar campaigns.
Yeah.
I can point blank, like, it has not changed him one fucking bit. He's still the same dude. He's still like. Well, occasionally he doesn't answer my calls these days when he's busy, but he'll call me back. But yeah, I mean, he's just like, I mean, it's obviously it's changed perception of him and obviously Rippaverse, but he's still the same dude, man. And it's been crazy to watch this whole thing play out. And now it's like, now Rippa's at a point where he has to like make all these decisions about the next step, and the next step. And I don't know what that process looks like for you. Is there any kind of vague ideas you can give everybody as to what's going on?
Well, it's, everything's coordinated and calculated, for sure. So my biggest thing right now is, we got Alpha Core Next. It's going to be a massive book just because fucking Chuck Dixon and Joe Bennett. That's going to be huge. But, I'm always thinking about, okay, well, what can I do to help this company not only just continue to grow, but through in the eyes of like other customers and stuff, but the core guys that are buying on day one all the time, how do we keep them intrigued and interested in the company with various forms of content, which is why, for example, right now, we're going into Alpha Core. That looks like it's going to be next month, right? So we had a month, like it's starting to happen quicker than certainly did in the first year. So I'm always thinking like, okay, we got a budget probably, and we want to take risk, but we want to take them within reason. So that's always the difficult thing, because a lot of people don't understand when you're dealing with that type of money, you're also spending a lot of money as well. And making comic books, guys, ain't fucking cheap. You know what I mean? It shit costs a lot of money as far as the artwork and getting everything then printed. So that's an investment that we have to put money into that we won't see a dime of until we put it out for sale. So, I'm trying to, that's always the puzzle. Me and my financials guy, we're trying to figure that out. Like, hey, how much do we spend right now? I got like 3 books right now. I think is what I'm comfortable with, that are going to be starting actually next week. We have a couple that are starting next week. with Pencil and Ink. We got Isom 3 right now. And, I'm trying to do it within reason, because ultimately, my ultimate goal, it's not going to happen like next 1 month, but I want to get to where in a perfect world, there is a Rippaverse book being released every month, right? That's my end game. That's my end game. So it's about trying to calculate our next moves and figure out what we can afford. It's a challenge, but it's a fun. That's actually the part of the business that I think I thrive on. But it's just fun. It's just all around fun. So,
oh yeah, man. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to see what you got next, man. It's been wild to watch it all play out, and I'm happy we can help out in any small way, man. It's good shit all the way around.
Hell yeah, man.
Thank you guys for being here. Tuesday night's main event. It's kind of a weird one. We got everybody kind of all over the place. We'll be back. Everybody be back next week. We'll have the full crew here. I know Melanie's gonna be joining us consistently. There might be some weeks where she can't make it. But Melanie's, part of the Tuesday night's main event crew. Dan Vasquez always got an invitation, except for tonight. So we just used his thumbnail instead. We'll see what happens. But I know, Mike, let's get into one thing really quick. And I appreciate you guys. I see the huge super chats you guys are dropping. Thank you so much. Mike, you kind of kicked the hornet's nest a little bit this week.
Apparently.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that? How'd your week go on Twitter or X?
Yeah. Well, I was just farming for clickbait as much as I could. I pissed off the Batman fans first. That's always my favorite thing to do.
What the hell was up with that, huh?
talk about what a mid-ass hero Batman is if he gets into a fight with somebody with actual fucking powers. Put him up against Captain America, and everybody seems to think that he could fucking take that guy. He can't. He couldn't. No. Well, I mean, yeah, that one time out of that 10 times that he fights him, yeah, maybe, but not all the time.
You're not helping yourself, Mike.
Every time.
You're setting yourself up like you're gonna bring down some gospel upon us, like a great take.
It's not fucking gospel. It's not even a fucking hot take. Captain America dog walks Batman.
No,
right out the fucking door, moonwalks on his ass, laughs at him, pisses on him, and then walks out.
Nobody agrees with you.
Yeah.
Everybody agrees with me.
Rippa's the
you
real
know who
expert
really
here.
agrees
He
with
writes
me?
this stuff.
You know who really fucking agrees with me?
What does Rippa think?
The fucking
Who's gonna
Joker
win
who
this
doesn't
fight?
have any goddamn powers and broke a 2x4 over that motherfucker's head. The Joker. He's a guy in a fucking clown costume. Broke a fucking 2x4 over the world's greatest fucking detective with all his fucking prep time. You're gonna tell me Captain America can't beat that guy in a fucking fight?
Batman
Get
would make
real.
Captain America his fucking bitch.
You're out of fight. Maybe, yeah, because he's trying to fucking marry the guy because he knows he can't beat him in a goddamn fight.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck
Batman's
out of here.
trying to domesticate Captain America. I'm telling you right now, 9 times out of 10, the one time, because Captain America didn't feel like fighting and Batman had to cheat.
10 times out of 9, Batman would fuck up.
33 and a half.
110%, man.
100% of the time. Listen, I'm telling you right now, Captain America claps Batman's cheeks.
All right.
Anyway, so we moved on from that.
Hang on. Putting the poll in the chat. Let's let the audience speak.
Yeah,
poll is in the chat. Batman Cap right there.
At this point, just make a whole Beardo versus Mike.
You don't want that smoke. You don't want that.
I will say on that point before you continue, because I know you got a lot to unload on us.
Fucked up, I guess. Yeah.
But on that front, I love Batman. All right, Batman's always been one of my favorite superheroes. In the last few years, it does get annoying because Batman is literally invincible by Batman fanboy stands. Like, there's nothing he can't do. There's nothing he hasn't mastered.
Yeah.
At some point, he's not a human if he literally has every ability known to man. He has now become a superhero.
Mm-hmm.
He always had above average human strength. He always had above human strength.
No,
I just think that, like, the fact that he knows every fighting form known to man, he knows everything. He's like everything that's anybody has, like, Batman just knows everything now, and that's not what made Batman so relatable for so many people. It was that he was a normal guy that had flaws, but he overcame those flaws because of a tragedy to become, the world's greatest detective. But now it's like he's invincible. When you get into an argument with Batman fans, he's invincible. It's like
I will
he's not.
die on the Batman sword. I will.
I mean,
Yeah. Well,
you know,
yeah.
well, let's get before we move on. Rippa, what's your take on this? Look at
Well,
he's ready.
obviously, you know, I don't know if y'all can even see that. It's a fucking Batman.
Let's
Yeah.
go. I knew
wait,
Ripple
not
was
that.
smart.
And I've said a million times, Batman as you know, as an adult, I grew up Flash. That was my character, and then when I became an adult, my favorite character is fucking Batman. There was the only one Batman. It's fucking Bruce Wayne, and yada yada. But yeah, I think the thing that makes Batman obviously most intriguing is, I mean, his power per se is more so the contingency plans that he builds before he goes into dealing with whoever it is, right? So it's less about, to me, with the character, it's less about him being able to do so many things and more about his ability per se is to be able to find fail safe for the fucking fail safe. One of my favorite instances is like, they even did an animated version of this. If you guys remember when the members of the Justice League got pissed off at Batman because these plans linked and he fucked every last one of them up. And he's like, Flash is like, hey, we would never do that to you. And Batman was like, you're damn fools.
You're damn fools.
Yeah,
you damn fools for basically not having that for me. You know what I mean? And looking at me like that, as if I go fucking rogue, how are you guys gonna deal with me? So
his response was, I think Wonder Woman or Flash asked him, it's like, well, why didn't you come up with a plan for yourself? He goes, I did come up with a plan. It's called the fucking Justice League.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep. So it's and that to me, that whole entire scene kind of represents and embodies who the character of Batman is. So as far as I mean, the easy route out, it sounds like a cop out, but it's the honest to God truth. If he knows he's going up against fucking Cap, he's not going to just fight Cap just straight up because he can't beat him there's no way he could beat him like that. Like just straight up like, oh, I'm going to go fight fucking Cap. But if he's planning to fight Cap, then it's Batman. You know what I mean? He's
gonna have a shot.
He's gonna always have a shot.
Yeah.
If that's his approach,
Yeah, he's got to get jumped. If Captain America jumps him, obviously he's done because he's just a dude. Captain America
he's
will
done.
Probably will sucker punch him once if he doesn't know it's coming, and he's like, well, he's done. So, but if he knows it's coming, he can plan for it.
The people have spoken. Batman 54, Cap 46.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
There you go. Batman won it.
Popularity contest doesn't prove anything. It's on
That's
fucking
not what you would
paper.
be saying.
Put these two in a fucking room together. Batman's getting dog walked out that fucking door.
I would try to stick it to Mike, but there's no reason because I knew beforehand going into it that Batman.
You already knew that Batman is literally one of the most popular characters of all time. He's almost more popular than Superman at this point. So of course people are going to pick him.
You almost have to make it Spider-Man.
So he's one of the most popular characters of all time. Well, that's not even fucking Spider-Man whoops Batman's ass 10 times out of 10. That's not even fucking close. Listen, Spider-Man fucking wrecks the shit out of Batman. That's not even fucking close.
I don't know.
Batman can't even beat Lady Shiva, okay? She fucks him up every time.
You know what Batman does? Batman fucks.
Yeah, apparently, but he also doesn't go down on girls though, because that's gross for him, So
that's pretty based.
50 party, Batman all day. What up, Dom?
Dropping the 50.
Look at people already saying that Spider-Man couldn't beat Batman in a fight. I'm sorry. I'm like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Mike, this is supposed to be about fucking Starfield, and Mike is just throwing bombs about fucking superheroes.
I just don't understand this Batman. Look, I get he's smart as fuck. I get the prep time argument if you want to do that. We're not talking about prep time. We're talking about these two dudes show up in a room together and they got to throw down, and he's gonna beat Cap in a fight. Get the fuck out of here. There's no way.
Well, he has experience fighting superhuman people. Slade Wilson,
so does Cap. Cap fought fucking Hulk.
So, in a
hand-to-hand fight, one of the strongest superheroes of all time.
But Batman stands his own against superhumans all the time, so you can't just throw him out of the argument. Is all I'm saying.
Lady Shiva isn't superhuman, and Batman can't fucking beat her at all. He flat out says, "I can't fight that woman. She's terrifying."
Mike chose violence tonight.
Listen, we're not even to the Starfield conversation. I didn't even go as hard in.
Everybody
on
knows
Starfield
fucking sucks. Everybody knows
Starfield. All I said, listen, I'm gonna read the fucking tweet, and this is how literally how simple and soft this fucking tweet was. I said, hey,
Man,
Starfield is mid as fuck.
You know, you can pull
Bethesda's
the tweet up if you want, and we
Yeah.
can share it, and then
I'll
I'll help
share
you
the-
get some
I'll share
more.
the link.
It'll help you get some more love on there since you got.
I don't want
ratioed
to.
by
I
the
muted that
pronoun
shit.
crowd.
I muted it. I couldn't handle it no more. People tagging me. People with
Look at Mike trying to change the conversation away. The fact that Batman would fucking
it's
Captain America's
no,
ass.
that was never.
To be
no, we
fair,
already
to be
established-
fair, yeah, it was all. So right before we get started, he comes in there and he's like, starts talking about Starfield. I said, save it for the show, and he goes, I'm gonna save it for the show.
Yeah.
And then he starts
Fine.
ranting about it, and,
Yeah.
and I'm like, all of you, shut up and save it for the show.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
man.
not backing down off of anything. I'm right. I'm not
My
fucking
mic is
wrong about
muted.
that.
No, you should be good.
They're saying my
you're
mic's
good.
muted.
Really? No, you're good.
No, you're
Anyways,
good.
yeah.
You're
So I
good.
said, hey, Starfield is mid as fuck. Bethesda's completely lost touch with their audience. They don't care about quality. I've lost all hope for Elder Scrolls 6. It won't be any different. Developers shouldn't rely on modders to make their game playable, fun, or interesting. Time to move on. Apparently, that's very fucking controversial.
Well,
People
hold
got
on.
really upset about that.
You didn't. So did
You
they
didn't
take?
even- yeah.
Did they do this whole quote tweet thing? Did they take that shit away? Is that what they
What
did?
do
Like,
you
there's
mean?
something to do with Twitter was
Well,
supposed to take the
I don't
quote
know.
tweet
Quote tweets
count
are still
away
there.
or something.
Yeah.
They're still there, but I don't know. I don't think you can look at them anymore. Maybe that's what it is.
Can't see the number of them.
That's what I heard. There was something to do with Twitter was taking away quote tweets or something like that, like the number or something. But my point being is, looking at the numbers, you're not ratioed, Mike. It doesn't look like you're
No.
ratioed.
No, I wasn't ratioed at all because a lot of people agreed, but I got some people that got really fucking upset about that, and they were messaging me and they were tweeting me, and some bigger accounts tweeted me, and they were like, "Yo, this guy's obviously a fucking PlayStation shill. That's all he fucking loves. Bethesda, everybody loves this game." One guy tried to say it was the most played game on Steam of all time, which is not fucking true.
Well, it certainly
Listen,
is
but-
not, but it is.
Bethesda put out a mid-ass fucking game, and it's kind of
100%.
pathetic.
They
I mean,
put out a
they
Bethesda game.
and people were like arguing, and I'm like, listen, Fallout 74 or 74 or 76, whatever,
76, yeah.
I never played the fucking game. Was a complete fucking trash fire.
16
I
times the
remember-
detail.
10 times the detail. I remember when Skyrim came out, and Skyrim is not as good as Morrowind, but I get the hype around Skyrim. Everybody was playing that game. It was game of the year. It did something different. It elevated Bethesda to a new level. I mean, I get it, but this game, they've been talking about this game for so fucking long, and I played it, and I had to get past the pronoun section of it, and it literally amounts to you're a guy in a spaceship, but you don't really do much in space, but float around and hope something happens. I don't know. It's just a fucking mid-ass game. There's been, you have No Man's Sky, you have Star Citizen, you have Elite Dangerous.
Yeah, Elite
you have,
Dangerous is pretty cool.
all, you even have a game which is way more linear, but people try to compare the two, Outer Worlds. All these games have done everything that Starfield has done and better in a different way. And it's just really pathetic. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do want to continue on this conversation about Starfield, but it's just because your tweet you brought up it. Like, yeah, I'm looking. I don't see quote tweets.
Yeah, I don't see
anymore.
quotes either.
Yeah.
That is super gamer word. That they took that away.
They're saying if you
Mhm.
click on the top 3 dots, you can see the quote tweets.
Unfollow
But that's
people
what
like
that's
that,
just what the
based.
chat was saying.
No.
No,
View post
I don't.
engagements.
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
got
you go.
the
Okay, so you can
quote
see the-
tweets up
There you
in
go.
There we go. There
So
he
you
is.
can't-
They
But doesn't
just
give
say
you
that-
official number. Doesn't give you a
Nope.
number.
No, it doesn't. No.
That's interesting.
Let's see.
I don't know why they did that, but
I don't like that they did that.
Well, that's
Yeah,
fucking gay.
it makes it an extra step, and most people aren't going to do that. They're going to be like, oh,
Yep.
it's fucking, yeah.
Yep.
I think
Okay,
obviously that's the point. That's the point.
so if you click on
Yeah.
the 3 dots, then what?
View post engagement.
Okay, 3 dots and then post engagement. View post engagements. Quotes. Oh, that's an extra step.
Yep.
So that's gonna. I guess they're trying to stop or slow down some of the dogpiling, but it's like that's what Twitter is built for.
yeah, that's fucking.
Twitter
Yeah,
is
it is.
built for
Yeah.
fighting. It's like it encourages you to go, hey, so and so, you have so many more followers than this fucking clown talking shit. Quote tweet him to all your followers so he can get annihilated. That's what Twitter is built for. It's built to just annihilate people. Anyway, we can get into that discussion a little bit later. Continue on with Starfield. I was very interested in Starfield. just from a space exploration and everything like that. I'm not a huge Bethesda, fan or anything like that, but in terms of the space exploration, I thought it looked really good, and I was like, this really looks kind of cool. And then obviously everything that happened with that whole thing. It's not a deal breaker for me that it had the pronouns and everything like that. Although it absolutely is justifiable to be a deal breaker for people. But for me personally, it wasn't so much a deal breaker. But then the more I learned about the game, and then watching some of the stuff from but then it was more so the social justice activists that were like, I had people telling me that I was lying about Skyrim and other games where I was like, if this is not current day, then where were the pronoun options in Skyrim? And they're like, he doesn't know. I'm like, I don't know what, that you chose between two fucking genders in Skyrim. I mean, that's what you did in Skyrim. And so there was no preferred pronouns. There's no they, them bullshit. And that's what what the problem with what this is the current day bullshit, which is what said. So now the whole reaction to it, and I know it's on Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
because I've been traveling.
I've been playing it on Game Pass.
And even still, I probably am just not even going to even waste my time with it at this point in time for me. And I don't know. I mean, Bethesda games tend to get better with time once they get worked on and they fix the bugs and all that shit. I don't know if this game has a shit ton of bugs like a lot of Bethesda games from what I'm hearing, but it does have some. It is buggy.
It's not terrible.
It depends. It kind of depends on your hardware.
Yeah.
So I've on this computer, this is a 4090. So obviously that's going to be the top dog that you can get. It basically brute forces it. So I don't have any issues on this PC. On like a 30, on a 3070, it'll have dips to like 50 frames per second, depending on the settings, and it'll have a lot of inconsistency. Part of that is the fact that it's like an AMD exclusive title too, so it runs like shit on NVIDIA cards, which whether you hate NVIDIA or not, it's like 80% of the market or more video cards. So why would you make it run shitty on the most? And I get it. Look, the consoles, PS5 and Xbox are both AMD, so you're going to optimize it for that first, but I mean, come on, Microsoft's a PC company, so their PC games should run just as good as it does on Xbox, or way better.
Almost like Rollo, like they're out of touch with their audience.
I mean,
they didn't think about the fact that the modding community is going to almost exclusively play this on PC and make fucking mods on PC for a game like this, and that consoles are not going to be able to run and do things with this game that a fucking PC can, and they fucking locked it for AMD. Yeah, it's awful. That it's not optimized for PC is pathetic and laughable.
Well, and I think the egregious part is like, look, Bethesda's obviously been working with the creation engine for like a million years already. So you'd think that at this point on modern hardware, whether it's the Xbox Series X or a PC that's like above mid-range at this point, that it should run really good. Like all these games at this point, this engine's been around forever. Fallout New Vegas, Fallout 4, all these games run awesome now on newer hardware. Does Starfield look a little bit better? Yeah, it looks a little bit better in my opinion, but not to the point where it's like it shouldn't run like shit. Like it's not that big of a disparity here, and you're not doing anything crazy. So you're not doing No Man's Sky with this like real-time universe. I compare it more to Mass Effect, except that Mass Effect was made, like more than a decade ago, and at least Mass Effect gives you the decency that when you're loading in between places, it has at least a cool loading screen that's like, okay, I'm going into hyperspace right now, instead of giving me a black screen with a little circle spinning around and all that shit. So those are little details that after a while, when you're already on the fence about a game, they start grinding on you and it really starts bothering you, because you're just like, come on, man. Like I've seen other games do this better, and it should be little things like that should be a lot easier for you, on top of all the bullshit that you've already put on there. So now the deck is stacked against you.
Yeah.
The only good thing about Bethesda games at launch are how hilarious the glitches are. Razorfist Supercut Video was a good example.
Yeah. On the 3070 that I tested it on, I had stuttering. And then a great part was when I turned a corner, there was like a restaurant, like a rooftop terrace restaurant on one of the planets. And then all the NPCs just floated down from the sky into their chairs. And I was just like, I was like, okay, that's what I was waiting for.
Well, Salty Source Rex says every time soy-filled gay filled comes up, I think of how Hassan is the biggest gamer word. Yeah, Salty Source. I won't read it. Like Steph just casually just dropping that one last week.
Oh boy!
Did you hear about that, Ripa? You're muted. You're
She
muted.
called somebody
A gamer word. Yeah.
She was reading a super chat. It was Mario
locals.
Kart, right?
It was locals. It was some locals.
Yeah, it was locals. And it was Mario
she just
Kart.
casually
she just
said it.
nonchalant, man. Like
She was-
easy, and we're all like, "Whoa!" Holy, like
She was super, super tired, and I was trying to wrap up the show, and she's like, "You want me to read the locals chats?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And she just casually just said, "I'm like, what the?" And she goes, and then Melanie's like, "I love you,
She was
Steph.
like,
I
"Yes."
love you, Steph."
oh yeah, it was on the main event. That's right.
Yeah, it was on the main event. It was funny.
It was
as
so
hell.
funny.
And I'm like, what
Pretty
the
good.
hell? And then everybody in my Cobra Cast chat were like, Jeremy, you better not fire Steph. And I'm like, I brought Melanie on after she dropped them on Twitter, guys. Who the fuck do you think you're dealing with here? I just got to watch it within, bro. And Ripa, did you hear me yesterday on Cobra Cast? I told you I was going to hit you up and tell you about this warning I got. So I'll send you the clip of it. I want to show everybody when I show, but this is from a unlisted gaming stream for our premium members, probably like 3 years ago. It was on the Geeks and Gamers Clips channel. It was an unlisted stream. Maybe 100 people watched the fucking stream. Lethal Lightning is hosting in terms of like he was on cam, and then the rest of us were in a Discord call. All right, and it was G&G team. So it was like a lot of like Ryan was there. I think you might have been there, Mike. I can't remember. We were playing Call of Duty. We're playing private matches. Tugs was there. Krista was there. Several girls were there. At the end of the match ends, and they gave me the exact timestamp of when they gave me a warning for hate speech. And I've got it. OBS. I put on OBS and recorded it, but they gave me the exact time. So at the exact time frame when they did it, Lethal had said like the match was over. He says, Jeremy, what do you want to run Nuketown? And I'm talking about Nuketown, and I'm talking about shipment, and I was talking about the different spawns and how Nuketown has more centrally focused spawns, whereas shipment you can spawn all over the place, and it's hard to kind of spawn trap people at shipment, but you can spawn trap people at Nuketown. And then Lethal goes, Lethal's like, I'm just going to join the girls team, and I was like, oh, Mr. I Hate Women is going to join the women's team. They gave me a warning for hate speech when I said Mr. I Hate Women is joining the girls team, and I got a hate speech warning for that.
That's
on an
crazy.
unlisted stream from 3 years ago. Are you kidding me? And I'm like, how is this even possible?
That's how they got me on the warning that I have on my channel. Even after they changed the policies about like the 2020, the election, all that stuff. Yep. I didn't even make a reference to that. I made a reference to the fact that what's his name, the Democrat, Terry McAuliffe in Virginia, how he had complained in like 2000 and did that. I was like, funny that you could complain about things back then, but not now. And then it's like they went a year and a half back. Like all of a sudden I get a warning. I was like, man, did I say something on like my latest show? Like, I don't think so. And it's like, no, this episode that was like a year and a half ago, you said this one thing, and now it's like, boom. And it's still there, even though their policies changed. So
yeah.
Ridiculous.
Somebody said you're going to get another one for saying, yeah, probably will. Like
nuts, bro.
It's wild. And obviously it is a bot. There's no doubt it's a bot.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Yeah, it's a bot. It's a bot. And so I'm definitely going to, challenge it. And, but yeah, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? You got to be careful, man. I mean, you just, but there's a such thing as being careful and it's being ridiculous. That is beyond ridiculous. And so again, more information on that. I'll talk to everybody about it and show a lot of you guys that when I'm going to challenge it first, see if I can get it all cleared up. I also have a warning on my D-Day Cobra channel right now. So
that one doesn't surprise me.
No, well, yeah, come on. Just going to call it D-Day Cobra Rises and get it over with. But anyway, shout out to our boy Josiah. But yeah, I mean, with Starfield, like, do we think it's going to continue to be this kind of polarizing discussion from a culture war standpoint, or is it just going to go fade in be a
There-
people. Some people be a fan. Other people are going to be critical of it, or we're going to think it's a culture war thing. Go ahead, Beardo.
We're hitting the season where there's so many new games coming out in this fall and winter season, getting close to the holidays. I mean, just X Defiant is just weeks away. Call of Duty comes out, and I know we're on the anti-Call of Duty train right now. Still, millions of people are going to play that game. And then, I mean, obviously you got to look forward to Spider-Man 2 as well. There's just so many games coming out right now that with the negative backlash surrounding Starfield, it's without a doubt going to die out. I mean, people are still probably going to talk shit about it, but as the little to hype that there is right now surrounding Starfield, it's going to fade out because there's just so many other games coming out right now.
Yeah,
it will definitely go more into a niche audience because I do believe that there are things of value in the game. I'm pretty far along, and I'm one of the few people who isn't hating it. Obviously, it's not a great game or anything like that, and they lied in their marketing, absolutely. But as someone who comes into this from a different perspective with story being my top priority, there's a lot of aspects of the story that I'm really enjoying, especially with the Constellation companion, Sam Cole, and his daughter. There's some narrative meat there that I think some people will stick around for. So obviously the buzz will die down eventually, the controversy, but there's still going to be a niche audience for it. I believe that there's still a place for Starfield in gaming memory, especially once, as we've all said, the modders take over and really make something of the game, which is something that I love. I love modding, and so any game that has a strong potential for modding, I'm probably going to get, especially because it looks like there's going to be a massive Doctor Who mod in it, similar to Fallout Who from New Vegas. So there's a lot of different people can enjoy from it, but obviously there are still the controversy elements. There's still the pronoun stuff, which is ridiculous, but there's enough good, I think, that'll keep it alive in its own niche audience. It's not going away, but it's not going to be prominent for some time.
And it seems like the reason this became a culture war discussion is mainly because Az's rants went so mega viral. It wasn't as much about the game as it was Az's rant. But I do think it was a good discussion that he brought up. And shout out to our boy Hill versus Babyface. As we've seen many times, all those people that were crying about him have moved on to find something else to cry about. And Az has thousands of new followers now and new subscribers. And that's the name of the game. It happens like that every damn time.
It's almost like a Hogwarts Legacy type style. You know, there was the protesters and the anti-protesters. People were playing the game because of people were protesting and saying not to play it. It's a similar situation here. I think, you know, you're going to get people who are playing it because they simply hate the people who are talking shit on it. So they're like, oh, I'm going to, you know, say great things about Starfield because this side is saying horrible things. So I'm just going to play it and give it a chance. And then eventually it's just going to die off.
Yeah. Well, Hogwarts Legacy is a good comparison for a lot of reasons, but the pronoun stuff I think is an interesting comparison because in Hogwarts Legacy, the they them stuff actually incorporated into the game itself. For Starfield, for the majority of people, even if they choose they them, the game doesn't reflect that. It's just in the character creation. But in Hogwarts Legacy, if anyone addresses you by pronouns, normally they go to so much effort to avoid using pronouns.
Right.
They use they them. They actually use the they them in the game itself, which takes me out of the story way more than initial character creation stuff.
They're so fucking.
That's a fair point.
It's so dumb. But yeah, especially with the Hogwarts Legacy, that actually ripped me out of the story in some really otherwise powerful moments.
Really ridiculous. By the way, I see you, Jay Schwalbach, over on Rumble, dropping a big 50. It seems like a 50 party tonight. Hayden here, Wayne with a 50 party. Morrowind mentioned Morrowind, best Bethesda game. Hail Tuesday night's main event. I know Hayden's happy with all this gaming talk. He's always like pushing for more gaming conversation here on main event. Tom Berry, Mazda with the 50. You guys are just 50 dropping.
All I have to say is, when are we gonna play Halo again, man? That's what we have to do. We gotta bring back. We gotta bring back Halo.
When Rippa gets back on it, I'm back on it. Man, Jonathan with the 50. By the way, Jonathan, thank you for your new song. You're crushing it, Jonathan. But yeah, Rippa, now the pressure's on. You know, you got no excuse, Mr. Oh, I got a multi-million-dollar project I've got to handle. I mean, that's a decent excuse for not playing Halo, but that's the only pass you get.
Now he's got. Now he can do it. Now he can do it.
Yeah, now I can do it. I don't know. So which Halo? So is it Infinite or is it Master Chief Collection?
We can play them all, man. I think we can play them all. Yeah, I think we can go with Master Chief Collection. They've added a lot of new stuff, and we go old school. But Infinite has actually added, like Infinite has. It's the victim of one of those. It's what 343 always does, right? They come out with shit and then like 2 years later, nobody plays it anymore, but you're like, man, this is like what it was supposed to be when it came out. And that's pretty much how it looks like Infinite went. But so it's in a much better state. But obviously, Master Chief Collection is amazing.
Let me ask Rippa this question. I'm interested in his answer and interested in the chat's response to his answer. Rippa, are you more interested in playing Fortnite or Halo?
Oh, wow. I'm gonna choose Halo for sure, just because.
Damn it!
I'm obviously really fucking good at that game. I just I played it so fucking much, man. Played that shit so much. So, but I play either one of those bitches, to be completely honest.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's I would love to get back into Halo. So my question is Infinite, like, is it playable? Is it good again? Because
it's playable. It's playable.
Man, I get so frustrated. Like, I still have PTSD from being so excited when I bought the Master Chief Collection and thinking this is gonna be the greatest thing in the history of gaming. I bought it day one. Me and all my friends bought it, and I think it was broken for several years.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Fixed it.
No, I tried playing with people for years, and it was like frustrating. Mm-hmm.
Jeez, man.
Yeah.
But now at least, obviously, Master Chief Collection.
Master Chief Collection is definitely, if you want like bulletproof and you're sure you're gonna love it, like Master Chief Collection is the way to go. And we can do Halo 2, 3, and Combat Evolved.
Reach.
Reach is on there too.
I'm a fan of Reach. I know a lot of people don't like Reach. I fucking love Reach.
Well,
Reach
I think the cool thing that they did is that they've continued to add like player created maps. They've added they added maps because a lot of people don't know there was this weird version of Halo that was multiplayer only that came out in Russia, and it was based on Halo 3, and it had like 6 different maps, I think, that were never in any American or international version of Halo. So they brought those maps, they added them back into like Halo 3 and Master Chief Collection. They've added a lot of other different maps. They have basically a battle pass, and it's one of those battle passes that you can go back to previous seasons if you don't want to use your points for like the current season. If you think it's shit, then you can go back and do that, which I thought was pretty cool. So it's like they incorporate. The sad part is that they've done everything in Master Chief Collection, and there was no excuse that they didn't do that for Infinite at this point, because it's like, wow, how can you do that? You've literally, like, you set your own standard now. Like, you redeemed yourself to a certain extent. Then you threw down the gauntlet. Now everybody's like, if anybody ever comes out with some sort of anniversary collection, now it has to be like the Master Chief Collection, or it's going to be total garbage. And then it's like, well, we're going to come out with Infinite. It has like 5% of the features the Master Chief Collection has.
Yeah,
like,
and a slow drip fucking like content.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. That's the crazy part. That's the unforgivable part about Halo Infinite. So I'll give everybody that is unforgivable.
Well, like, so I know Beardo, I know you're fairly new because you were never had an Xbox, but you and Dan played through Halo 1 and 2. Did you get to 3?
We have not got to 3 yet.
I know.
We've been waiting on Halo 3 because, I mean, Dan is extremely busy with some of his projects he's got going on, but also, I mean, we want to get, because you can do 4-player co-op story mode. So, once Dan is done with his project, we're going to jump into Halo 3 for sure. But I've always been a PlayStation kid growing up. I never had an Xbox, always PlayStation through and through, and Nintendo, but never got the chance to play Halo as a kid. So just jumping into the Master Chief Collection recently with Dan, because he never played it either. I've been loving it.
Halo 3 is easily one of the greatest games ever made. And at its peak, and I will continue to talk about this, at Halo 3's peak, I'm not sure there was ever a bigger game at its peak. It just felt like
it was the biggest thing.
It felt like, well, the only thing at its peak, I guess, from that online, I guess probably Black Ops or Modern Warfare 2, probably a bigger peak because they were multi-platform. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if
That's
Halo,
probably the only reason.
Right.
Yeah.
But because Halo 3, and this is where I always compare with like Nintendo games and how relevant they are, because something like Breath of the Wild Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, how much they've sold compared to other games. And it's like, well, that's on one system. When Halo 3 was at its peak, it was on one system, and it was insane how big it was. It was like the biggest game ever. It was a cultural phenomenon, and it's so sad how far the Halo franchise fell since
and it's sad how Microsoft basically, you know, created the entire bro gaming culture essentially. And that is what they were built on. The fact that they're the company that has gone so far away from that in a lot of respects is that kind of is the story of how Halo's downfall has gone. It's kind of gone on that trajectory where Microsoft just forgot what it was all about. Like the 360, arguably, it did not win that generation technically by sales, but I think by hype, mindshare, and how people felt. Like there's no way that the 360 should have gotten over the red ring of death, but it didn't matter. I bought like 4 freaking Xbox 360s. I did not give a shit because I wanted to play Halo. I wanted to play Gears of War, and it didn't matter. Like it's like, this is the only way I can do it. I don't care how many of these things break. I'm going to keep playing, and I'm going to keep getting Xbox 360s.
Well, like, and like, I have to bring it up. Rest in peace to our good buddy Uche. I have to bring up him and Ripa and their Halo mats, and it's like that's what
so much shit.
But this is what you guys understand is like Uche never took nothing fucking personal. I think Uche was like, I think because he just was a former NFL player, he was like this multimillionaire. All he liked to do was smoke weed and talk shit on the internet, and he didn't give a shit if it made him like a fucking fool. But like, he enjoyed ruffling people's feathers. Like there were times in the group chat, like in the G&G group chats, where I had to like check him because I'm like, he would come in there and like we have a massive group chat of G&G. Like it ain't like Uche's mindset was like, well, everybody's like Jeremy. Everybody that's there is like they have the mindset of Jeremy. And I'm like, bro, like a lot of these people, like they just have like small little channels and they're just like they just help out. And Uche's in there just bodying people in the chat. Fuck you, bitch, motherfucker. I'm like, Uche, you can't like you can talk to me like that, but you can't talk to everybody like that. This ain't a fucking locker room. Anyway, point being, for those that don't know, explain it, Rip. Explain what happened.
So yeah, he had been talking shit for a minute there,
like he always
does, and he had been talking.
Hang on. You remember when we started playing Mario Kart? This motherfucker was like, "Man, I play Mario Kart with y'all, bitch. I've been playing with the best in the world,
man."
This motherfucker started playing with us, and he still had the bumpers on by default because he had never fucking played the game.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Nah, but yeah, he
Beardo is now Joe apparently.
But he had been talking noise. That's what he does. I mean, he had always done that. He'd talk all that shit, and we had finally played. We took the time to play.
Wasn't it on a main event? Like you had to leave.
It was on Tuesday night's main event. Where he had been talking so much shit. And I was like, guys, I'm gonna leave. I'm going over to stream me kicking his ass, and then I'm coming back to the fucking Tuesday night's main event. And that's exactly what I did. Full sweep. It wasn't even close. If you guys want to go watch that, you can watch the video on my entertainment channel. It was a full, and I was talking all fucking kinds of shit. Definitely after that, bitch, I was talking all sorts of noise. But no, it was a fun time. And to me, that type of shit that's what gaming is about.
Yes, that's exactly what it's about. And I mean, for like I said, man, I know that he caught a lot of hell, and rightfully so, for his horrifically terrible takes. None worse than Christopher Reeve was a garbage Superman. He said that. God damn, Uche. Anyway,
that's nearly as bad as saying that Captain America would beat Batman in a fight.
I said he would beat Batman in a fight. I said he would dog walk Batman in a fight. I'm right.
But so I was thinking about that. I was like, man, that's when the gaming was great, and that's what made gaming, like all the shit talking, the competition, literally, man. I've seen people like when I work retail, like I've seen people get in a heated debate about something, like whatever. Maybe it was like a real situation. And the idea was like, we'll just squash this shit in Halo, bro. Fuck you, bitch. I'll fuck you up. Or 1v1 me on Rust, the Call of Duty one. You know what I mean? Like, that was great, man. And
dude, I remember. Okay. So for me, my despite Halo 2 and Halo 3 being obviously they were the ones on Xbox Live, for me, Halo Combat Evolved is always going to be my favorite just because that's when I had LAN parties. And there was nothing like having literally 15 people over at your house and you order a shit ton of pizzas and you just play Halo and you talk shit in person. You're just in different rooms, but you're all in the same house and there's cables everywhere. And at the end of a match, you can just go into the other room and you just start leveling each other and talking shit. And for me, that was what made it really awesome. Like Xbox Live playing online, that's great, talking shit online, but it was being able to go up to your buddies in person and talking garbage. And even when I remember when I went to college, Xbox 360 had just like come out and we were playing on like the college's local network. So it basically ended up being like a LAN party since it was all on one massive network. And that was great because you'd be playing Halo 3 and then you'd beat the shit out of somebody and they'd be like on voice chat, what dormitory do you live in? And I'm going to come beat your ass, man. And you'd be like, fuck you, man. It was great.
Man, it's
it
the
was
best.
great.
By the way,
that was the best. Those are the best experiences for me.
Well, and Halo, that was when like Microsoft actually knew what the fuck they were doing when it came to gaming. I'm an Xbox guy, but they don't know how to market shit anymore. Bro, Halo 3 had one of the best marketing campaigns I've ever seen for any fucking thing, bro. They built that big ass diorama. They had fucking people coming in like soldiers, pretending they had fucking PTSD and shit. Like they had like this whole documentary they made for like this war that happened and like this battle that happened in Halo 3 and shit. Man, they were on top of the fucking world, and I don't know what happened, but they kind of.
And that's when Peter Jackson wanted to make a movie. He's like, I want to make a Halo movie. And can you imagine Peter Jackson when he was at his peak? Because this was even before The Hobbit. It was after Lord of the Rings, before The Hobbit. So you're like, man, Peter Jackson, how could you say no to this guy? How could you say no? And Microsoft's like, nah, man, we can do better. I was like, yeah, let's see how that worked out, man. Now you got Master
a weird
Cheeks.
thing. Because Peter Jackson has wanted to join a lot of franchises in the past 25 years, and all of them said no. He's been marketing to join Doctor Who for 20 years.
I know.
And then you're saying with Master Chief, like, I don't know what Hollywood has against him.
It's because they know that he'll make whatever he takes his own. He'll do it so much justice that people will always see it with him.
Material.
Yeah, so I mean, Lord of the Rings, there's nothing that can be done with Lord of the Rings in film now, I think, by anybody else. It's going to be Tolkien wrote the books, Peter Jackson created the movies, and that's it. It's done. Like, there's nothing else you can do as far as I'm concerned. He created masterpieces. So essentially, I feel like that's what people are intimidated by. Peter Jackson would have taken Halo and probably made it the greatest science fiction franchise at least 100%. In the last like couple of decades, if not maybe all time, with his capability and his respect for the material, because there's so much great backstory in Halo. I mean, I loved all the books, the expanded lore, all of that stuff, just as much as I love Star Wars or any other franchise. And I think he could have tapped into that and done it some justice. But
Halo would have been an all-timer if it would have been done right. It's just it's really sad.
Peak, man.
I gotta say, Alec Baldwin's finger dropped 50 gifted memberships.
Damn. Yeah.
He don't miss. Okay?
Let's go.
He don't miss. That is just a fact of the matter. Holy crap. And there's Alec Baldwin's finger. I don't know what this is up to. Here you go. Now you can move. It says Alec Baldwin's finger. Appreciate you, brother. What's up? Hypnotic in the house. Beardo. Let's see. Wearing that apron, that means he has officially been caught gay in 4K. Yes, that rhymed. Explains the corn eating habits. Anything you want to tell us, Beardo?
Hypnotic. I had fun on your stream, Hypnotic, and that was the last time I'm going to be on your show.
Oh, man. Yep.
Hayden Wayne. R.I.P. Cast Iron Pan that Beardo murdered.
Okay, in fairness, I got a cheap cast iron pan the other day, and I did the same thing. My wife was like, you don't know how to deal with a cast iron pan? I was like, okay, I haven't really dealt with one before. And she's like, come on, man.
Here's the thing. My cast iron, it's cut from a different cloth, okay? It's not like any other cast irons out there. It is the Batman of cast irons. It can handle a little bit of fucking dish soap, okay? So I've done it. I know what I'm doing. I'm an expert. I'm Fear the Beardo, okay? I'm an expert. I know what I'm doing.
We got Schwalbach over on Rumble for how much, Beardo?
For 50!
50 nodes. I scratch my nodes. Full robust nodes. That's how I make it happen. Do the same. Thank you, Schwalbach. How the hell are you? And yes, Schwalbach, there is no locals tonight because we're all traveling and out of town. And even if we were at HQ, the internet's dog shit. So probably going to be doing Cobra Cast from Locked and Loaded Latinos headquarters tomorrow. It looks like. What a disaster, man.
More than likely.
Imagine putting tens of thousands of dollars every month into a fucking content HQ house for the internet to not work.
Low T internet.
God dang, man. What a disaster it is.
Not good.
Is what it is, man. All we can do is we'll work through it. But it's time to move on. Tomac for 50. Wealth, fame, power. There once was a man who obtained it all. Gold Roger. His last words at the stand sent people from all over the world out to sea. Jeremy, once you get back, you will have something in your Twitter DMs. Thank you, Tomac. Tomac's always hooking me up with like game codes and stuff like that. Tomac's awesome, man. So,
nice.
Appreciate you, brother. Who here has seen One Piece live action? Am I the only one still?
Yes.
Am I the only one?
Yep.
I have not started.
What are you guys doing?
I watch a lot of other anime. Yeah.
From what I understand, even Mahler loved it. From what I hear, I didn't get a chance to watch the real BBC today, but even Mahler loved it. Right? Am I right about that, chat?
Yeah, Mahler's praising it. Well, it's crazy because even Lethal's like the one that I thought was going to hate it the most. He gave it a 7. He said it was actually pretty good. He said he thought it was a little overhyped, but he's Australian, so he's always on a negative bent because they're miserable over there. But he actually said it was pretty good, and I'm surprised by that.
If Lethal Lightning gave it any praise at all, that's just that you might as well just consider that. You might as well consider that the
everything I've
win,
seen from it. It's impressive. I mean, even the fight scenes, like how they made anime to live action, and the fact that they kind of let it be cartoony and goofy. But I mean, the characters look like the other characters, with the exception of like one race swap in all of it, which the creator apparently approved of. But like, other than that, everybody looks like themselves. The costume design is really good. It's almost like Netflix listened to their fucking audiences and were like, hey, let's make a good anime adaptation. Wow. I mean, I know that's surprising in this day and age for a company to listen to their fucking audience.
It's
but when
really
you do,
good.
You get praise, and then people want to see more.
The creator had so much input too. Like, he would not let Netflix do anything unless he was right there every step of the way.
Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. And I highly recommend anybody, whether you're a fan of the source material or not, it doesn't matter. I watched a handful of episodes before it came out, and that was mainly because Krista was like, hey, you should watch, a few episodes of One Piece before the anime or the live action comes out. And I guess that kind of like introduced me to certain people. Like, I got introduced to Luffy. I got introduced to Zoro. I don't think I saw Nami in the anime before I saw her in the live action. I saw Kobe in the anime, obviously. I saw a few other people, but I didn't really have a real grasp on it. But yeah, man, it's really fucking good. It's really good. And so
it's really weird to hear Jeremy talk about anime characters at all.
I've watched several anime.
Unsettling.
I've watched several.
It's still
anime.
weird though. It's kind of odd. You're like, oh man. I don't know. It's just good that they finally did it, and it gives me hope for maybe the Avatar remake or the live action.
Oh boy!
I mean,
man,
it doesn't. I'm like, maybe they figured it out, maybe they didn't. Well, I still think it's an insult to make live action of anime, anyways, because it does. Most of the time, it doesn't translate well. But yeah, Netflix is a special kind of stupid when they do it.
Yeah, it's kind of the same story for the DC animated universe too. Like the DC.
Wait, Nami was in the first episode. Okay, again, I've watched several episodes of the anime, then I went right into the live action. So all of this, I'm trying to remember who all I was introduced to at what time. So go ahead, Beardo.
No, yeah. I was just saying, like, just what Mike said. It's almost an insult to try to make a live action adaptation of certain animes just because there's just character and charm to anime. And same thing, like you can say the same thing with the DC animated universe. Like those animated cartoon movies they just have such a charm to them that you just cannot simply capture in live action. Like I've been going through and watching a whole bunch of the old Justice League movies and Batman animated movies. Like me and Jed watched Under the Red Hood last week, and it's so good. And there's just so much character and charisma, and just in the animation, you cannot simply make it live action and have the same touch that these animated movies do.
Well, that's part of the problem. Like you have that incongruity, the fact that when you're animating something, obviously there's animation that incorporates some CGI, but I don't think it always works that well. Only in special cases, you want it all to look the same. And I think when you animate something, you have that consistency throughout. It all looks the same. Whereas if you have bad CGI or you have some sort of ridiculous circumstances with live action characters, it doesn't work. It doesn't work the same way where if it's animated, you're like, well, it all has that same aesthetic. It looks right. It doesn't look like it's totally fake and you don't care because it's animated. So it works, and it works well, especially in the examples that Beardo had. And, you know, anime is just always so good at focusing on details. Like one of the things that, you know, Joe always points out is like how good food looks in anime. Like they obsess over it. Food and guns are like the two things that when you look at an anime, that's how you judge it. If the food looks really good, if the guns work the way that they should, and they really focus on them. And that attention to detail is something that's kind of difficult to translate sometimes. And it's over the top, and that's what I love about it.
Well, yeah, that's like one of the things. Like for my problem, one of my problems with Attack on Titan is I can't remember what season is. The chat's going to tell me. There's an animation shift. I guess they went with a new studio or something, and I don't remember what part that is. But the animation just completely changes after a few seasons, and it's jarring to me. It's massive. It's a massive problem. That's not my only issue with Attack on Titan as it progresses, but that season 3, is that what it was? Season 3, yeah. I thought it was season 4, but somebody said season 3. There's a few people saying season 4 now, but either way, that animation shift it's really like I think it's a massive step back. I don't know if I'm in the minority on that or if that's the popular opinion. I have no idea, but for me, what's her name? It's been a while since I watched it now. Mikasa in the first several seasons, she's great. She's awesome. And when the new animation stops or this new animation comes in, she looks like an old depressed lesbian, it's weird. I didn't like it at all. But season 4 is what I feel like. That's when that started, but animation is important and it adds a certain personality for sure. But I'm glad so many people are finally checking it out. I feel like me and Yellow Flash were the first 2 people in this little sphere of the internet to start talking about this live action One Piece. And again, I give Krista credit for really telling me I needed to watch it. She's like, I think it's going to be really good. And I'm like, I don't know anything about One Piece. I didn't watch any of the other live action ones. But she was very adamant about me watching it. I'm glad I did. And I can't wait for more. Yeah. I can't stop thinking about it, guys. I can't stop thinking about it.
Hell yeah.
I was surprised when Yellow Flash was like, dude, this is awesome. Like, you guys got to watch this. But he was a champion in that thing. So, it's really good. So from what I understand, from what people are saying in the chat, Mahler sat down to watch 1 episode and he ended up watching all 8 because he liked the first one so much. Is that what happened? Is that what he explained today? That would be funny if that's true. So Mahler was just like, I'm just going to watch 1 episode to see what's going on. But in fact, he watched all 8. Yeah. The chat saying that's exactly what he said happened. Hell yeah. That's awesome right there.
There you go.
I think it's, it'll be interesting to see how this impacts future, live action. It says there's a Death Note. I think Death Note's being worked on again by the
Unfortunately.
brothers.
Unfortunately,
let it go, man. Let it go. It's a masterpiece.
I personally I don't think that there's any way you can do justice to Death Note.
I agree. I agree.
Don't. Yeah. I think it's so goddamn perfect. I really do.
Is. It really is.
I think it's so goddamn perfect. And of course, there is the live action Death Note that I only saw. It was so weird. I've talked about this before. So I only in the past few years, I watched Death Note, the anime, loved it, thought it was fantastic. Peak storytelling, loved it. And then I went and watched the live action trailer after the fact. And I'm like calling people up I'm like bitching about it. They're like, this released like years ago, Jeremy. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna make a video right now about this live action bullshit. This is bullshit. Look what they did to L. Look what they did to Light. And they're like, yeah, Jeremy, we've all been through this. We've already been angry about this. Welcome to the party, I guess. But it's so bad. It's so bad. Right really here, bad. Over on Rumble. We got Queldar. I think I said Queldar for 50. Says
50.
Loved One Piece. It's got small problems, but it's a good show. Fun characters and thoughtful writing. I don't know the original material, but I am looking forward to checking it out. I've really enjoyed watching the anime with the context of the live action now. I saw some people going, what's the point of having a live action anime when you already have the anime? Well, for me, like I'm very interested in to learn more about the anime because there's more context to this world now. And so the live action has introduced me to this world, introduced me to these characters. I will say that, like Luffy is like far better in the live action than the anime with what I've seen. He is annoying as fuck in the anime, in my opinion. Like early on. Again, there's 1,000 episodes, so maybe he progresses or whatever. But just in terms of Luffy in the anime versus Luffy in live action, based on what I've seen, he is so much better in live action. So much better. So that's just my opinion.
That might be a hot take. You might get crushed for that.
I'm probably going to get crushed.
Yeah, that's a problem. Take heat off me. Stop getting mad at me. So.
Well, just remind everybody that Mike exists. Okay.
Yeah. Let's just remind everyone that Mike thinks that Captain America can beat Batman.
Dog walk him.
What an idiotic take.
It's such a fucking base take, bro. I'm so
moronic.
Fucking right about it.
Moronic.
Ripper even said he could beat him. He said Batman would have to plan. He'd have to strategize because he can't beat him in a straight-out fight.
Did you go full Down syndrome when Ripple was talking?
You must have not listened when he flat out said he couldn't beat him in a hand-to-hand fight. He said he can't beat him head-to-head. He has to plan. Your only fucking concession is prep time. If he had prep time, if Batman had prep time, he could beat anybody. If Batman sits in his little bat cave and he jerks off enough, he can figure out anything. He can beat anybody. Batman can beat anybody.
He'll call up one of his 50 bitches to come over and take care of him.
Batman's just gonna reveal his identity to her and cry about her later when she dies in an alley.
Hey, at least
it works. What he does all the fucking time.
At least it works. And you know what?
It doesn't work because they die in alleyways.
Batman never joined the Nazis.
And he wasn't alive. He was too busy crying in the alley because his parents were dead. He couldn't protect him. Why couldn't he have used prep time to go back in time and save his parents?
If he wanted to, he probably could have.
Oh, there it is. If he wanted to, Batman could beat time with prep time. Batman could beat prep time with prep time.
Yeah, he probably
prep time. Prep time.
Batman could beat prep time.
with prep time.
Probably could.
He probably could. You see what I'm saying? This is how ridiculous everything gets when you start talking about their precious bats. I'm just saying.
I think we've lost the plot on this fight.
I mean, I didn't.
I can.
He gets dog walked by Captain America. Captain America punches him in his face, breaks his jaw. Batman falls on the ground, and he cries about his parents getting shot in an alley.
I can sum it up right here.
I'm not making myself clear. I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's get to some super chats.
Or this one.
Wrong. Yeah. The most mid Superman movie ever. Yeah.
Well, we're not talking about Man of Steel. That was Superman Returns.
Well,
man, Kevin Spacey, man, he was such a perfect cast for Lex Luthor. Too bad he's a fucking weirdo.
Well, to be fair,
he's a fucking villain. Yeah,
man. Frank Underwood is more believable now than he's ever been before. Okay, So Frank, Kevin Spacey was the perfect casting for Lex Luthor. The execution was not there, though. The execution was not there.
Yeah.
I don't like Superman Returns. It's still probably got one of the best. Like, for some reason, Superman movies have the best marketing ever. Superman Returns, especially that teaser. Oh my God! And then the Man of Steel trailers are just incredible. Like, I just wish they could follow through and make good movies with this character, but you know, it is what it is.
Well, they lost the art of trailer making at DC, where they have to make a trailer for the trailer now for Aquaman.
yeah, they made a teaser trailer for the trailer for a movie that nobody cares about in the first place. I mean,
watch Aquaman 2 though do pretty well.
I don't
watch it do well. No, I'm just saying, like, how ironic would it be? How ironic would it be if it does well?
I think the first one did.
I just don't. We talked about this today on Daily. I have no idea how to judge this movie because obviously, I mean, Aquaman 1 is a massive success. It did 1.2 billion dollars. It felt more like a Marvel movie than any DC movie up to that point with the way they did it. And obviously Jason Momoa pulled, a ton of, women into the audience or the cinemas so they could watch him be shirtless and everything. And there's nothing wrong with that, whatever. But DC is in such a bad place right now with the DC cinematic universe or whatever the fuck it's called. There's no enthusiasm for it. Blue Beetle just tanked, and this was like what, 7? Were they like 7 straight or something like that? That they just keep taking. Then you add the Amber Heard dynamic and the fact that they're terrified to even put her in the marketing because they know everybody hates her. It feels like Aquaman is heading for a Flash situation almost. That's what it feels like.
More than likely,
yeah. That's what it feels like. It feels like that's where it's heading.
There's no payoff in the distance with the DC universe. So I think, even though Marvel veered off, but they kind of like threw that standard now that you have to be leading towards something, and Aquaman 2 is not leading to anything, or at least nothing that anybody knows about yet or can anticipate. So I don't think it's going anywhere.
Let's see. You reading the private chat?
That is so out of pocket. I see Rip.
Don't say it.
I'm not. No. I'm not saying that. I don't know. But that was out of pocket. That's just hilarious.
It's funny as hell. But no. But back to the. So I don't know, man. I think that Aquaman 2 has the. I think it has the potential to be a Flash failure, and if that happens, where does that leave James Gunn? Where does that leave the DC cinematic universe and all that shit? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Doesn't seem like it's in a good place at all.
I mean, the thing is, like, they kind of set themselves up to fail in the beginning. Jeremy knows I loved Man of Steel. I really, really, really like Batman.
Wrong!
I know he doesn't agree with me, but the thing is, I did say in the very beginning they were rushing shit, and it was very obvious they were just trying to catch up to Marvel. They were trying to do their own thing, and then instead of just going, hey, let's stay the course and see what happens, they just fucking floundered, and they're like, let's just make everything look like Marvel. It's too fucking late. And now they don't know what to do because Marvel stuff is so fucking formulaic that nobody's watching. Like, people are like, less and less people are going to watch it. They're starting to have trouble, getting returns on those movies and stuff. So it's obvious that, I think they've kind of exposed themselves that they don't know what the fuck they're doing. And I think James Gunn needs to just say, fuck it, we're just going to start over from zero. But they've already got all these movies in the can. So, like, what do you do? I mean,
I think part of the problem was too, is I want to place part of the blame on the fans. The fact that the fans just, they considered everything to the MCU. So they just kept comparing everything that DC did. It was, well, how does this compare to MCU? How does this compare to the Avengers? And the thing is, the fans put that out there, and then Warner Brothers listened to it. And Warner Brothers said, yeah, we need to be exactly like the MCU. Whatever the MCU is doing, we're going to do it. Civil War, Batman v Superman. Avengers, Justice League. Like they were just so... I want to place the blame on the fans. The fans just looked at everything that DC was doing, and they're like, okay, but how does this compare to Marvel? And I think that's what kind of, started the whole shitstorm.
I blame the dog shit Snyder movies for being dog shit. That's what I blame. All right.
Yeah. Cloud chasing MCU could have worked if they had good creators on board,
Yeah.
if they'd made good movies. So I get what you're saying, Beardo, and that could play a part into it of the producers freaking out and getting Joss Whedon, for example, to fill in for Snyder during Justice League. That's very much a we need to be more like Marvel decision. But again, if they had better creators on board, things could have worked out better in the end.
Yeah, at the end of the day, when you have Batman and you have Superman in a movie for the first time ever, and it can't even break $900 million in the golden age of comic book movies, that's an indictment of the fucking movie. I don't care how much you like it.
Look, and I think it's also the media always does this stuff too. Like, how many times do they always have to compare something to something else? That's what they do.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's what I think is the biggest contributor too. So the media poisons the fans and gives them expectations that are unrealistic, either because they're hyping shit up because they're in on it, they're in on the industry, and they want to be able to get access, things like that, or they just want to be, you know, contrarian, or just say, hey, this will get clicks. We got to compare it to Marvel because Marvel makes a shit ton of money. And then, you know, Warner Brothers is there like, oh shit, look at all the hype here that's building up over here. This is the expectation now. Like, we're going to have to do something about this. So it's a snowball effect. But yeah, of course, Jed's right. If you start with a plan in the first place and you have an end goal, which at least we can give Marvel, you know, the first 22 movies, at least they had that end goal where they were building up towards. And there's like, well, this is the finish line that we have here. We can kind of figure things out along the way. Didn't end up being perfect, but it was something we've never seen before. We can all admit that, to pull that off and do it pretty well. It was, DC just didn't, they were reactionary, you know, to use that term essentially.
Well, I remember in their marketing, they were like, oh, Man of Steel, those whales that helped Superman were sent by Aquaman. And they were like, did you see the Wayne Enterprise satellite? Batman's in this world. And they tried all this shit to connect things and make it like this big connected universe. And they're like, Batman versus Superman. Is that cool? And I'm like, I mean, you know, you're going to fucking rush everything and try to, you know, but yeah, they just didn't have a plan. And when you don't have a plan, it's obvious. And they just kind of fucking scramble every time they did anything. So.
Yeah, I mean, because speaking as me, like, I mean, I clearly have a plan every time I start a stream. I have everything worked out.
Super organized.
Oh, we know. We got the notes. We got the notes before tonight's main event, man.
The fact that these fucking weirdos on Twitter seem to think we have like these secret Discord chat rooms and like they're strategizing. They all share their opinions before they go out. They all have their own. It's like, you guys have no fucking idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like,
we have talking points.
I mean, you wouldn't believe how many times like Jeremy sends a message like, wait, what stream do we have tonight? Like, are we playing Battlefront or are we playing Fortnite? Like, which one is it? What time is it at? I'm like, dude, we've been doing this every week. And it's like, man, I don't know. And he's like, I don't remember what day it is.
You guys should see the pre-Friday Night Tight show, and I just sit there and watch Gary break everything and ask Garrett like, "Oh wait, did you set it up? No, did I? You were supposed to, Gary. Oh, it's bad."
I don't know. 11 years ago, Jeremy did come to me and say, "Hey, you're gonna make an account called Awesome Guy." 11 years down the road, you're gonna chat in Geeks and Gamers Daily and start talking about Star Wars Celebration, and we're gonna make this 199 cult. It's got to be 11 years from now, okay? But it's gonna happen. It's gonna be this huge thing. That's the truth.
That's
you can't
how
make
they,
that shit up.
That's how they believe. They really think we have all this coordinated. It's like, dude, literally, I'll fucking show it. I'll show it. Let me see if I can. Hang on. All right, I'm gonna show this right here. All right. Well, I don't want to show all these other.
What he's about to show everybody.
Can't be good.
We don't have Ryan here to stop him, so.
All right, here we go. All right, right here. I don't think this shows anything. This shows some of the group chats I'm in, things like that. Okay.
I'm about to dox everyone.
I just don't want to I just want to show. I'll just screenshot this. So I just want to show everybody how things went with getting this main event thumbnail. So here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna put it in the Tuesday Night's Main Event group chat, and then you can share this. But this is how I determined tonight's thumbnail. Okay. Let's see. And right here. All right. These two right here, Jed. If you can pull these up, this is how the determination was for tonight's masterpiece of a thumbnail. There's one screenshot and there's the other. If you can pull those two up right there. Not sent.
Just
try
popped up
sending
on my
again.
This is-
Only one
this
of
is-
them sent. Only one
We're
of
all
them
just
sent,
letting
right?
you guys see this is what it looks like.
Yeah,
For
you know.
Jeremy to just he's like, hey guys, I got this. I promise I'm gonna pull this up in a second.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Why the fuck is it not sending right now?
Shit, Jeremy.
I got both of them.
Okay, so just pull that one up.
I hit the send button.
All right, so this is how the determination went. This is Donnie Danko. I just finished tonight's Tuesday Night's Main Event thumbnail to specifications provided to me by Dan Vask. And it's just a joke. And I said, Ryan's not going to be on. We're going to have a weird main event tonight, but let me see what you put together. Now, I sent that before he told me he was sending anything. And I was like, let me see. And I said, oh my God. And then go to the next one. And then he's like, LOL. Then go to the next one. And then right there, I'm going to use it. LOL. No way. Okay, let me make the title a bit thicker. I'm totally going to use it. Make any changes you want. This was not supposed to be a fucking thumbnail tonight.
Nice.
So there you go, right there. That's
thumbnail.
that's the amount of prep that goes into this shit right here. We are retarded. Okay, I just need everybody to understand this. We are retarded. We don't know what the fuck we're doing. We're just random ass people that play video games, talk shit, and have a few people watching us. So thank you guys. Thank you. We greatly appreciate it. I will say the one person here that is more organized than most is Ryan. Ryan's pretty damn organized. But I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But let's read some super chats.
All right. Let's see. Let's start it off with the 10 from Coalee. Yes. Keep scanning in. We are not a cult. 199199.
199.
There you go.
Josh Kelsey with a 20 says nothing. Thank you, Josh. Taters Vivo for 10. I think you guys should check out my newly published book. It's called 1984. Always got my Ryan plushie on my desk next to the busty anime statues. Also, Ryan, what do I get from Taco Bell? Well, Ryan's not here, but I would suggest a beefy 5-layer burrito.
It's always a good choice.
It's a good choice. It's a good choice.
Stephen Wasick for a 5. I wish I'd known Daily was starting earlier. I wanted to tell you my name today's. I wanted to tell you to name today. Oh, okay. My bad. Stephen Wasick for 5. I wish I'd known Daily was starting earlier. I wanted to tell you to name today's stream. All your daily are belonging to us. Hail and cry more. MCU fan. Thank you, Stephen Wasick. Holy shit. Salty Source Rex for 20. Every time Soy Field, Gay Field comes up, I think of how Hassan is still the biggest. I think we read that one.
We got that
Hercules for a 199. Jay and Dan is taking over. That was a good show the other day.
Does Beardo have a man bun?
I do not.
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. I may or may not be growing out the mullet, but we will not be putting it into a man bun.
Oh, by the way, so because of the massive issues with HQ's internet, there will be no Battlefront tomorrow. Sad to say.
God.
Sad to say there will not be a Battlefront tomorrow. It's my hands are tied right now. There's nothing I can do. So until we get this fixed, Spectrum is dog shit, man. It really is. It's so frustrating, but there's nothing we can do. Like, we're getting literally 2 upload right now. 2. And that's
sometimes less.
Sometimes less. But I'll be right back. You guys keep reading.
All right. Let's see. Can't stop thinking about it for $2 says hail. Thank you. Can't stop thinking about it. Salty Source Rex for another 20 says I'll save that one till Jeremy comes back. Eric Stratton for a 777 says, as if Danko Danny looked at Achromatic Chronicles and did this thumbnail while on crack. Yeesh. Justin for a $10 says, "Hey motherfuckers, glad to see everyone. Finished Isom 2. Loved Blood Ruth.
Hell yeah.
Been busy, but glad to catch the stream."
Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hell yeah.
Hayden for $20. Jeremy, play Armored Core 6. Stream it. We need to see the rage. Let them know. Lavistro for a $10. Bethesda mods. Bethesda mods.
Yeah, based mods.
Oh, is Bethesda even in here? I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah, there's no Bethesda.
Base mods has no pronoun mods. As a Skyrim modder, let me point out we will mod the pronouns into memory out of Starfield as well. It's what we do. Also, Starfield is not worth the $75. Buyer's remorse. Baby Carrot and Peas for $2. Thought the thumbnail was the Giants playbook.
Oh man!
Ouch!
Damn.
You were right, Beardo.
That one stings a little.
Damn.
Thank you.
That just New York. That makes me think of the Jets and how
Yeah.
terrible it is. The bold Jets.
Well, Aaron Rodgers last night, man. That shit is.
This is why I stopped
terrible.
watching the NFL, man. I was like, I'm a Jets fan. Like, what do I have to live for here? It's
Bro,
like almost as bad as being a Lions fan in some ways.
Ripper, did you hear
I
about
feel
that?
good about being a Lions fan.
Now you do. Yes, you got something to look
I always
forward
felt
to.
good about being a Lions fan.
That-
We're
Man, it's
miserable.
been
Every
terrible.
win is like the fucking Super Bowl for us.
Dude,
Man,
that
you
sucks.
know what you took away from me though? Look, I spent some good years watching Calvin Johnson in college, man. I was in the stadium watching Calvin Johnson back down in Atlanta, and then he goes to freaking Detroit. I'm like, this man has been destroyed. This
Well, he did
man
an
has been
amazing job in
destroyed
Detroit.
by- My God. Come on, man.
Listen, imagine a team that's so bad that they have two of the greatest players of all time that they drafted onto their teams and did nothing with them. They left miserable and broken.
All right, save it for Sports Wars. We're gonna lose viewers. So,
member message from Breer became a new member. Thank you, Breer.
you
Beast.
talk sports on fucking Geeks and Gamers, you're gonna lose fucking.
People are like, "What are they talking about?"
Holy shit, man! They
lying.
Well, there is a few super chats that are bringing up some sports.
For anybody that says I have an echo chamber of an audience, yeah, watch me talk about sports and watch how my audience treats me. Boy, hell, they are done.
Yep,
they are done.
The Beast for 7 months says, "Aloha, everyone. Glad I found y'all and the Fellowship. Remain blessed. 199 Ripperverse, the Snake Pit, and the Fellowship. Viva la Puerto Rico."
Hell yeah.
There you go. Jared the American for 4 months. Okay, which movie are we more excited about? Five Nights at Freddy's or Napoleon? Personally, I'm excited for both, but if I had to pick, it'd be Napoleon.
They both look good. They're both very different.
Yeah,
I
totally
don't
different.
know. I like the Five Nights and Freddy's thing looks really good, man.
It's interesting.
Hey, Jonathan, thank you, buddy. And again, I appreciate the songs you're doing, man. They're fantastic. So thank you so much. Shout out to Jonathan. That's the Open the Door in Wrong Order. That's the guy who sings those songs. So
super talented dude right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, 100%.
Jesus Davila for gifted a membership. Thank you, Jesus. Lavistro became a member. Thank you. JB member for 5 months. Did you see the video of an orangutan throwing possums out of tree houses for Krista?
It's Orange Gonson.
Orange Gonson.
What? Do we have this clip? I have not seen this. It sounds. I thought it was a meme.
On her Twitter.
I can get it. Yeah.
So an orangutan throwing possums?
Mm-hmm.
No, what we need to show is that AI meme of Jay Jay is Brie Larson.
So,
and what is it? Clash of Demon Head, the band from Scott Pilgrim.
I don't have the video, but I have the tweet that they're referring to with Krista.
Yeah, there you go.
Holy shit.
Holy shit.
Orange your guns, man.
Guns, man. He ripped that. No shit.
Yeah, I got Jay's one. Let's see if I can share it.
You might have to mute it because I think that sound is actually.
No, I didn't have sound playing. It's just funny just to look at it. So
really
that's just good enough for me.
Holy shit, bro! The video on that
can we
is
play
insane.
it or not? I don't know if we can play it.
I don't know. It probably has the song from the movie, which is a real band. So
I like Valorant's figures says I tagged Chris in that article, but I think she got mad at me. LOL.
And then Jeremy's the bassist.
What the? Okay, yeah, I haven't seen this.
I guess that's Ryan.
Yeah, I don't like that.
He's
trying to eat the microphone.
He's eating that mic the long way.
Yeah.
That's definitely true.
Oh man, what the hell? That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeesh. All right. Salty Source Rexford 20 says, Jeremy, your team has our support. People are done with these pathetic, sensitive crybabies. These people are influencing our way of life and think they can shame us to be silent. Our answer is clear. You're in here with us.
Hell yeah.
And then
and I appreciate that. I mean, look, like I was telling you guys, so I'm not gonna there's nothing negative. The thing I've been talking about on Cobra Cast a lot, like with like the sponsorship meetings I've had, there's nothing negative from the meeting I had with the big potential sponsor. It was a really good conversation. Really enjoyed talking with them, but it was just from my perspective where the potential money that was going to be offered potentially from what I was told, and no official offer was made. No, there was no money discussed, but I was told about the amount of money that could be on the table and what I could assume would be part of that conversation. We're talking 6 figures per month. But when that turned into, hey, you know, you guys are a little controversial, you know, the politics, and it's like, well, then this is not going to work. So I'm not going to continue the conversation because I'm not changing. I'm not changing for any amount of money. So it's like, I'm just going to, I didn't get to where I am by dialing back. I've gotten to where I am by saying more and not holding back. And so that's where it kind of realized to me, I was like, if Geeks and Gamers and D-Day Cobra are both right now in the top 20 in the United States of America in super chats, both of those fucking channels are in the top 20. Sometimes they're both in the top 10. If we're accomplishing that, then what happens if I open up direct donations directly on the website? And I've been talking to Ripa a little bit about it, you know, getting his feedback on it. And like, how about the people? We that's who we work for. We work for the people. So if you guys can fund the projects we want to do directly, then I don't have to worry about the sponsors. I'm not saying that, like, obviously I have a great relationship with Meta PCs, you know, 221B. I'm not saying I'm not interested in sponsors. What I'm saying is the moment that there's any hint that I have to apologize or dial something back or any of that, I'm done. I don't care how much money is on the table. I'm out because that's not happening. I'm not dialing back, and I'm not going to ask my people to dial back. I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to ask my people to apologize. And so anyway, I don't know if that's what it was a reference to, Salty Source Rex, but I know that you guys have us, and that's all that matters to me. So thank you. I appreciate it. What do we got here?
We got the video.
Oh, shit.
Let's do it.
Oh, no.
That's about it.
He's flung it. Look at that, man. That's not easy to throw an animal that far.
Damn.
Wow.
Hell yeah.
Oh, no. Poor
Are those
Krista.
Krista's alts?
Yeah.
This is Krista's worst nightmare. Oh. Wow, that is wild.
That's Mother Nature, and that's how it is.
That is wild. But yeah, so we are working on getting all that set up. It should be by next Tuesday night's main event. We should have everything working. We've already got it running. It's just that we've got there's some issues that I wanted to work through and make sure it works correctly. But I got more plans. I got more plans to discuss all of that with you guys, you know, in time. But yeah, that's what's motivated me is the support that we continue to get. And I'm like, man, Do we really need sponsors? Do we need a big sponsor to have to tiptoe around and all that? Like I look at, like, don't get me wrong, Dave Portnoy. I'm not hating on Dave. Dave made $500 million. You know what I mean? Clearly, the man did good, and he got his fucking company back for $1. But look what happened. He had to fire Mincy for dropping an N-word while singing a rap song because Penn National basically forced him. Now, to his credit, Dave brought Mincy back as soon as he got control of Barstool again. But the fact that he had to fire his friend because another entity was forcing his hand when it was clearly he wasn't wanting to do it and he didn't believe in that. That's what I don't want to be in that position. You know what I mean? And so, like I said, as long as I got enough money to get by and I can build what I want to fucking build, that's all I care about. So let's go. Let's fucking do it.
Coalee for 50 says G&G Civil War, Mike versus Beardo. Yeah, I'll be seeing Mike in a few days. So
Yeah, there you go.
He's not even here. Hayden for 20. Good. More Rolo on CobraCast is always welcome. Rolo, do some show prep. We got important things going on, but that's for tomorrow. Great video game talk tonight. You're correct, Jeremy. I love the gaming talk.
Yes. Hayden, I'm thinking about like all the times you've been pushing that. And by the way, I know he said something about he wants me to play Armored Core 6. So again, I did buy Armored Core 6, but I can't stream it until we get this situation resolved. And that will be kind of fun.
Quelndar over on Rumble for 50 says loved One Piece. It's got small problems, but it's just a good show. Fun characters and thoughtful writing. I don't know the original material, but I am looking forward to checking it out.
Yeah, and I read that one earlier. It's fine. I don't care if we read them again. But yeah, that's where I'm at with it. It's made me interested, and I think that's all you can ever ask for a live action is to if it gets somebody interested, then it's done its job.
Captain Ishii for $10. What do you think was more popular at its peak, Halo or the original Doom?
Halo.
Well, yeah, Halo for sure, because Doom kind of it kind of created it kind of like it started kind of the first person shooter really as we know it today, but the PC gaming base wasn't as big necessarily at the time as how it was the precursor. So Halo took, and all the games that came before it, Half-Life, all of that, took that mantle and was like, hey, this is what you can do on a console. Now you can have almost the experience of a PC. And that's the first time we saw that. I mean, GoldenEye obviously was huge. That was really what showed that you could have a fun first person shooter experience on a console. But Halo was, I remember when I turned on an Xbox for the first time, I was like, man, this is like what I can do on my PC. It's crazy.
Well, so repeat the question one more time.
Which one was bigger in their time period, I guess, yeah.
Yep.
So
which one was more popular at its peak?
Halo more popular.
Doom is more important overall to the legacy of gaming. Halo was the bigger game at its peak. That's the way I would word it. Doom more important has to gaming, but Halo was bigger.
There you go. Recef the Cripple for $5. Hey, Beardo, did you hear about the news about Aaron Rodgers? He's currently having a better season than the Giants. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say that because Aaron Rodgers is done for the season. The Giants still have some hope, but at Aaron Rodgers' age, suffering a ruptured Achilles, that he might actually be done for his career. But then again, HGH is a thing, and Aaron Rodgers is no stranger to human growth hormones. So we'll see. But yeah, terrible what happened to Aaron Rodgers last night.
It really is crazy.
Why do I even like the Jets?
Yeah.
A Rudai, but the Jets, give it up to Zach Wilson. He stepped in. He didn't think he was going to play at all this year.
Did win. They did, yeah.
And he stepped in, and they beat the Bills. Josh Allen looked fucking terrible last night.
If they just bring Tim Tebow in, you can win a Super Bowl. Jets.
Hey, the rumor on the street is people want Brady to come out of retirement and play for the Jets this year. We'll see. We've seen weirder shit happen. A Rudai for a 199. Ginger Jesus, bless the chat before we begin. Amen. Vexar Vexar for $10. I love the live action One Piece. It's so true to the manga. Thanks, Oda, for protecting your work.
Hey, Ripa, somebody asked earlier if you've read the manga for One Piece. Have you?
I have fucking that entire. Y'all can't really see it.
Yeah, I think you said that the last
That
time we were on.
entire
but
shelf
yeah.
right there is fucking all One Piece over there.
Hell
Entire-
yeah, hell yeah.
entire fucking shelf.
So, do you have?
Hell yeah.
So, do you? Because I know you're so checked out on current shit, but like, are you interested in watching this Netflix one since everybody's hyped about it?
Not really, to be honest. I thought about bullshitting my way around it, like saying, "Oh man, I'm someone that
Not even a bit.
not even
Not
mildly, to be completely honest."
Now, the anime. Have you watched the anime?
Yeah, plenty of that.
Okay,
Absolutely.
okay,
Yeah, absolutely.
1,000 fucking episodes to get through. Shit.
Yeah. You guys ready for this one? Chris Benoit for $5. Hi, Ginger Jesus. I'm in need of some forgiveness. I've done a bad thing once or twice, and Mr. Mike, that hair wants me to do it again.
Do
Ouch.
5 Hail 199s and 3 Cobra Cast rules, and you shall be absolved, my son.
The fact that Dan was trying to answer Chris Benoit's super chat on daily yesterday was funny as hell. Like he's already fell for it twice now. This is like the second time Dan Bask has fallen for it. I don't know what it's going to take, Dan. I don't know.
Ketamine for 20. Read the One Piece manga instead. It's faster shonen Jump app. Also, remember the story is filled with multiple layers of themes, culture, and philosophy from Japan and other cultures. You won't get everything the first time. Noted.
Yeah, but this is a lot. It's a lot.
Tomok for 20. Did you guys, is that Unity pulled the same crap that Photoshop did you today? Holy shit.
What?
He did read that correctly.
I did read that correctly. Tomok for 20.
I saw it earlier.
Did you guys,
Tomok.
is it a troll?
Yeah. No, Tomok drops a ton on us, but
No.
Tomok
I'm saying, is he purposely trolling with bad spelling and grammar?
I don't think so.
Okay, let me read it again. Did you guys is that Unity pulled the same crap that Photoshop did you today?
So he probably says, "Did you guys see that?"
I have no fucking clue.
Apparently, the Unity engine is now going to be charging developers each time a game using the engine is downloaded.
Oh man,
I think it's at a certain number. It's like 200. They have to bring in a certain number of revenue. I think it's 200,000.
200,000 over
Okay.
12 months, or at 200,000 installs.
Yeah.
So they changed their rates. Yeah.
Yeah, they said that depending on the license the developer has with Unity, it could be as high as 20 cents per install.
Unity is charging for download for indie games.
Interesting.
You know, by the way, on that note, like I know we've had a lot of discussion about gaming tonight. Well, I don't want to open this up too much, but it seems like the Switch 2 is real. It seems like the Switch 2 is real, and it's going to launch probably early next year.
Oh shit!
I think it's going to launch early next year, like probably March. It's like that seems to be something that's really in play. So I have not really gotten worked up over Switch 2 rumors because they've been going for so long now. But it seems like that the Switch 2 is real, and it seems like it's going to happen early next year. And if that's the case, that's huge. So the Switch will not surpass the PlayStation 2 for the best-selling system of all time. It will get damn close, but it's not going to pass it, I don't think.
It looks like I've got looks like somebody already has kind of the specs, the anticipated specs based on chips that NVIDIA's already made.
So I will probably, you'll see more gaming stuff from me here on the channel. So I'll probably make some more stuff, and I am making more gaming. I'm going to make more videos in general. All right. I've heard from all of you. All right. I've heard. And also my haters I guess they're kind of clinging on the fact that they think the channel's dead because we aren't getting subs because obviously I haven't been making videos for like the past 3 months. And it's a weird thing on YouTube. If you don't make videos, you don't gain subs. I know it's crazy. It's crazy. But I think that like I was seeing the response of people when I made a few videos and how they were receptive to that. They're like, please make more videos, please make more videos. We don't even care. Because what I was saying last night, I said this on Covercast. Like right now, I'm kind of at a weird place where I know how to grow a YouTube channel. I know how to get views. I can get 100,000 views every upload if that's what I'm chasing. But I gotta have a level of interest in this shit. You know what I mean? Like I gotta care about it. And I don't give a fuck about Hollywood. I don't give a fuck about Star Wars. I don't give a fuck about Marvel. I don't care about these things. There might be isolated stories that I can talk about here and there. I have to care at my core. That's why I didn't make Johnny Depp Amber Heard videos. I knew what type of views those motherfuckers were getting. I just didn't care because fuck Johnny Depp, you know? I mean, fuck Amber Heard too, but I'm just saying I didn't care about either one of those people. But like a lot of the videos that I want to make right now are not going to get a shit ton of views, but hey, it'll build a new audience, I guess, or you know, whatever. I don't know. But I can't do the fuck Ahsoka, you know, fuck Disney Star Wars, fuck Andor. I just don't care, man.
Jeremy, that's all the content you ever make ever.
I know. Like
time,
I just want to make so the hardcore people that want to see the 20,000 up, you know, the views that I'll get for every video. I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to upload like crazy.
Remember when it was Geeks and Gamers doesn't even play video games? Then we started streaming video games every single night of the week. Geeks and Gamers doesn't even upload videos.
No, just can't fucking win.
You can't win.
No,
you can't win.
You can't win.
Jay Frazier for $10. Hail the Iron Age Media. Island in the Stars by Tom Conkle is live on Indiegogo. Pirates of the Caribbean meets original Star Wars in this sci-fi steampunk adventure film starring Vernon Wells. Cool. Thank you, Jay Frazier. Salty Source Rex for another 20. Just tired of the nonsense in gaming entertainment and how it premates in our everyday life. Like how the gay streamer Johnny Somali is making Americans look bad in Japan, instigating fights and saying nuke Hiroshima. Yikes.
Really?
Yeah, I saw that there were some streamers, they were live and they were in Japan and they were like sucker punching people live in Tokyo.
What the fuck?
They were just going up to people and just like picking out people and just sucker punching them and knocking them out while they were live on stream.
And are they like American streamers?
Yeah.
What the fuck, man? Like you can't.
Jeez.
Well, I mean, there've been like, this is like kind of off topic, but they said basically the lost years that we had because of the pandemic have basically driven, you know, a lot of like Gen Z over the edge. Like there's more instances of violence, road rage, and all that stuff because people know that everything is kind of fucked up. And I think that like the secret's out, and like you have years of people being afraid and isolated from one another and buying into, you know, kind of the narrative, and people are going to go crazy after a while. So it's been happening more. And obviously social media, a lot of it encourages this stuff, TikTok and everything like that. People, though, they probably got like millions of views doing that shit. So
yeah, the licking of the ice cream crap is back apparently. Have you seen that?
That was so nasty.
But yeah, in Japan they'll get like they'll have like no mercy there if they catch them and throw them in jail.
Yeah, it's wild, man.
Breer for 5. Beardo, is it true that the Giants are already tanking for the first pick in the draft? I don't think so. Latina locked and loaded for $10. Shout out to Uncle Beardo. We hung out at the range and can confirm he's a certified badass. G&G Pew Pew fam represent. Yeah, Rolo and Joe took me out to the shooting range a few weeks ago. I had a really good time. Cole Lee for $10. I think the One Piece live action is doing exactly as Ripa is saying a show should be. A good live action draws newcomers to the anime and in turn draws them to the manga and profiting on all aspects.
Yeah, that's what the unfortunately American comic book companies don't understand that aspect. So Japan does very, very good. And making well, when they're involved, not when they just sell the ass to try to make a little money and give it a shit to Netflix. But when they actually have, you know, creatives that are generally involved in that stuff, we see it all the time with anime. It's almost a direct 1-by-1 with manga, and when it's not, fans actually start getting pissed off. So they keep everybody in check there, and it works for them. I've never understood the argument that people say when we see adaptations outside of comic books, well, it's a different universe, yada yada yada, and like that never is an argument with manga. They generally look, yes, there are exceptions, but they generally treat it like, hey, this is gonna sell the other thing, you know, whether it be the anime sells the manga or the manga sells the anime. Even if you're treating something as more of a loss leader, like you're like, oh, I'm not going to make a lot of money, but the intention here is to get more eyes on other products that people can buy, so we can. Japan does a very good job with their assets in approaching it like that, and a lot of American companies they fuck that up badly.
Yeah, I mean, like, and I think that's kind of one thing out. And again, I'll get further into this at a later time, but like that's one of the things I've been doing a lot of like thinking about what I want to do with like G&G and how I feel like we have our website, in which I love our website. I think we do a great job. I don't feel like our website represents the YouTube side and what most people know of G&G, and I want to kind of make the website more of an extension of us. And that's the business model that Rip is talking about, where Ripaverse is going to succeed because he understands that. Whereas, how do you go through the biggest boom ever in comic book movie history and not utilize all those new people, all those normies, to try to get them invested in the comics?
They had a decline. They had,
I know.
It was the opposite effect, which is unreal, where the movies were on top of the world. But in comparison to themselves in previous years, there had been a constant decline in unit sales for the Marvels and DCs of the world. It makes no fucking sense other than, well, you're not selling the book. You're not selling the characters. Most of them are completely unrecognizable. If you read, I mean, imagine that. I can imagine someone like reading or watching a given movie like Captain Marvel movie, and then they see who this Marvel character is, and then they're like, I want to learn about who is Marvel. And they go fucking read a book, and it's a completely different character. It's like that's not Marvel by any means. Like, so I don't understand the logic. I really don't. But you know, I guess they're getting what they deserve. But you're right, Jeremy. We should have got the biggest boom in comic book history, like,
yeah,
bar none. Considering that the MCU was on top of the world, and you got nothing. You got to have, there's no enthusiasm for any of these characters right now in the comics.
Yep.
Well, let's say it's low.
Yep. 100%. It's just crazy. I gotta say, Samuel says I never give Jeremy a dime, but I still watch him. And you are welcome to continue to watch me. You ain't never got to give me a damn thing. That's why we do this, man. We've got a bunch of people that obviously greatly support us, and we appreciate that. But the majority of people that watch are never going to support. It's just and that's just because it's just sheer numbers. You know what I mean? But we are in a world where regular people have taken over the market from a media standpoint, from a creative standpoint. And we're a different breed, man. So yeah, you're never going to get me upset because you're not supporting me financially, because you don't have to. I want you here every week. I want you here lurking. I want you here hanging out. The lurkers are just as important. The replay crew of the live streams is just as important. It's 100%. All big piece to the puzzle, man. And I love each and every one of you, except for Cam, man. Fuck him.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, fuck Cam, man.
You know I love you, Cam, man.
Resilient for $5. I have a friend who streams again. He lives in the Midwest, and his internet provider has a node issue for 2 years that prevented him from streaming. It's such bullshit.
Damn.
Jeez.
Well, that's not promising information there, Resilient.
No.
Sorry for your friend, but hopefully he's streaming again and got that issue figured out. Salty Source Rex for $20. So, did Beardo put on his bulletproof apron? Just asking because your boy cares. Ooh woo. Thank you, Salty Source Rex, for the 20.
Bruce says, fixed income disabled vet. Wish I could support, but can't. Sir, you've already supported, sir. So thank you.
Yeah.
We appreciate that. But yeah, like watching is supporting. Just to be clear, watching, supporting, liking the videos, commenting, or just lurking. That's supporting. It really is. Yeah. So just don't think for 1 second it's not.
Pyro Rampa for $10. Well, I don't care to watch the live action One Piece. I'm glad it's bringing people to watch the anime and read the manga. It's been around for 26 years for a reason.
Yeah.
CJ for $2. Epic Mike needs prep time.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, prep time can beat everything, you know.
The Wolfram Heart for a 199. Ain't no kryptonite to pull on Cap. Cap crushes. Well, it's okay.
Let's go.
Opinions, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, even if it's wrong. Roman for 4 months. Funny you mention the JD trial. That's what made me find Geeks and Gamers through that Umbrella guy and the Yellow Flash.
Yeah, and that's what's great about all this. I mean, because Tug is an awesome dude. Shout out to that Umbrella guy. He had massive growth through all of this. Yellow Flash, obviously, Ricada, all these people, man. There's so many people that blew up over that whole thing, and it's like just because I'm not saying that you're wrong for covering, I'm just saying I didn't give a fuck about it, but some of my friends did, and Tug shouted us out many a times. Yellow Flash is a big supporter and a friend, and that's the great thing about what we got here, man. So shout out to those guys.
Stephen Wasick for 10. Jeremy, be glad you didn't make Depp Heard videos. Tug is still grifting off of her. I hate her as much as any other normal person, but he's become Ahab going after his great white whale. Yellow Flash too.
I mean, I know the struggle of, like, you know, you just, you know, you get caught up in stuff. I mean, I made 200 Brie Larson fucking videos. Okay. So, I mean, but you know, everybody knows when it's time to kind of shift things over and things like that. And YouTube will fuck with your head, man. Like, in terms of the algorithm and shit like that. Like, I mean, tomorrow, because I've predominantly been a Star Wars Hollywood-esque channel, like, so tomorrow, if I make like a video on Ahsoka, the show, like, I'll probably get, like, you know, between 50 and 100,000 views. If I make a fucking video on the Nintendo Switch 2 leaks, I might make 10,000 fucking views. You know what I mean? It's just how it is, because I haven't built up the video game kind of algorithm here, and I'm aware of that. I'm fully aware of that, but it's just how it is.
Eric K for $5. Beardo, Pattinson's Batman could not beat up an angry 13-year-old girl. Well, Eric K, I think that you're a cool dude. Please don't ruin the image that I have of you, of being a cool guy, okay?
He tried to pull the, I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed.
Mr. Peckerwood for $5. Master Ken can take both of them at the same time. Super Mastermind for 20. Dear Ripa, Jim Shooter was a teen in the 1960s, so he should be alive. He ran Marvel at its height. They fired him. He started Valiant, and his business partner divorced, and he had to sell it off. He might be good for a video.
Oh, I know. I've talked about Jim Shooter a million times on my, like, I don't know if you're talking about like sitting down and speaking with him. Like, yeah, I'd love to do that. He facilitated arguably the most successful era of Marvel. And I've gained more respect for him as a businessman, knowing who he was as an adult, because he got a bad rap from creatives, mainly because he made them do their fucking jobs. So,
right here, I found G&G from seeing Quarter Black Garrett make a guest appearance on Nerdrotic, then watched Friday Night Tights and liked what I heard about pop culture. Hell yeah, man. That's what I was saying last night about FNT, man. I love being part of FNT. And like I said, I was only supposed to be on the first episode of Friday Night Tights. And I just never fucking went away. But I told Gary, you know, like, hey, there's gonna be times, it's just like Ripa. Sometimes Ripa can't be on Main Event. Like, Main Event was a show me and Ripa and Ryan talked about, you know, doing. And I remember I was to sell it to Ripa. I was like, man, I think I can I could help promote your Ripaverse, and thinking I was gonna make a difference. I think we have, but I was saying this is before it went like whoa. Yeah. But yeah, so like little stuff like being part of Friday Night Tights, to me, the most important aspect of it is just the friends I've gotten. I love it. It's a huge show, but just having G&G's name tied to it, you know what I mean? Like that's been the best part of it for me, is just being able to be connected and see how much we've done and how much people respond to it. It's kind of crazy how big Friday Night Tights has gotten. And I feel like Tuesday Night's Main Event is, you know, followed in those footsteps in a lot of ways. And it's been great. It's been good stuff.
Teresa Young for 5 months. I love all you guys. I give when I can, and because I want to help keep you guys going. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. Arudai for a 199. At this point, Beardo is just lofty, but with a beard.
Holy cow, Arudai.
Where are you again, Arudai?
He's been getting roasted so hard and gilded, he had to come over here and talk.
Where you at, Arudai? Where are you? I'm on the Tuesday night's main event. Where are you at?
He'll be here next week.
Yeah, and I also think he's streaming right now on Baldur's Gate. So.
Oh, playing Baldur's Gate, the bear fucking simulator. Mark of Reality for $5. Just got my Rippaverse order with Isom 2 and other stuff. Looks good. Thank you, Mr. July.
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
Salty Source Rex for another 20. Bruce, I got you. We all support you. Don't worry about it. By the way, can we appreciate Hailstorm's edits between his intros and his Skirmitard's intros for Full Aussie? Make me weak. Also, Beardo got back in the kitchen for Beardo get back in the kitchen for cooking streams. Yeah, that cooking stream went really well.
That's the coolest part of this, man. Like, you got people like Salty Source Rex. He's like, hey, as Bruce was saying earlier, he's disabled vet, fixed income, could support. Again, you never have to explain that to us, but you always got somebody willing to step up because we got the best fucking chat in the world, man. So you guys are awesome.
Mike Hill became a member for 30 months and says nothing. Thank you, Mike Hill.
Rogue Attractions in the chat. What's up, Tom? How you doing, brother?
Shout out, Tom. Hercules for a 199. Epic Mike's keeps taking L after L.
He's good at that.
Yeah.
That's why we have like after like on that Batman one. That was really good.
Filthy Robot for $10. Hail G&G and chat. Wife surprised me with Isom 2 today. She's awesome. So a quick question for Rippa. Who would be your ideal casting for Isom in an Isom movie?
That's impossible for me to answer. Mainly because I don't care about names. I think I've talked about this in the past, and when in the event that we get to that point where we're able to do stuff like in that realm, which I would love to do, by the way, I don't care if they have a name. I don't care if people, know who they are. Do they look the part and can they act the role is all I give a shit about. It could be some person acting in damn local plays and theaters and shit, and I'd be like, all right, that's our Isom. So I don't really have anybody like in name, mainly because half these motherfuckers I don't even know. Hell, it's funny we talk about Brie Larson. I had no idea who the fuck she was until she actually entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So because I'm not a movie buff like that, so I just want the person that can act the role and looks the part.
There you go.
Best way to do it. Best way to cast anything, man. That's right there.
Yeah. We got a lot of super chats to get through, but first, Mike, you got to go, buddy.
I got to bounce. Yeah, I got to get up super early. Got some prep stuff I got to do for this weekend. Might be working on some Epicverse stuff with a certain bearded individual here. Yeah. Yeah, the grind never stops, man.
I don't know why I got reminded of this, Mike, but I want to pull it up before you leave. Jed, it's in the private chat. Pull this up. This video does not have enough views, and I don't know why. You're going to remember this, Mike. This is one of the craziest.
Lord, holy shit,
dude! Bro. This was so great,
this video was out of control, bro. Oh
I wish this video. I felt like this video could go viral. I really felt like it could go viral. It clearly didn't, but it should have. Can we watch it real quick, Mike, before you leave?
Yeah. I got time.
This is the crazy. Awful, man. This is crazy. Like, this is the craziest thing ever when playing Warzone. This is like what, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now at this point.
Yeah.
Watch this shit. Watch the crazy shit that happens.
This
and
is
Mike
still had the weird
hey, somebody mark me a helicopter. Yeah, helicopter.
The same place that Brandon.
Mike, there we go. Well, that's somebody's helicopter what I needed right there. So. That's all right. I don't care. I just need the helicopter. I need to get out of here. Probably.
Bro, this is. I mean, I miss her dance.
You know
I do too.
Your negativity is what got us all. Wow.
Damn.
Wow, nice.
Man.
Oh, wow.
That was so bad.
0 kills that game. I don't want to hear it from you. I still got Gulag, too. Well, you better bring it. You should have brought it.
This whole everything this is retarded.
Oh, yeah,
right
this
here.
is the craziest fucking Gulag. Holy shit, I forgot about this. Wow.
All right, keep going. Keep going.
Oh, this guy's teabagging you already. He's gonna fuck you up so bad.
What's that aim?
Look at that lag.
This is so bad.
Clutch. My God, what the fuck is this?
Mike.
Beardo, I don't see you doing anything on Warzone.
Nobody plays Warzone.
Now this is the part right here.
This is the best part right here. This is
This
insane.
shit. Watch this. Watch this shit.
That was clean.
I don't know what's happening anymore.
It was like a John Wick
Oh,
movie.
there's a whole team over there too. Yeah, don't go there.
You know what's fucked? It's because I'm watching your screen. I have that whole thing recorded.
Nice.
No.
Burns into my brain.
Oh God, what's gonna happen?
Oh my God.
Wow.
The shit out of me, bro.
I don't even know what just happened.
Wow,
That guy
what a shot.
all the way over here. He ran up the stairs and he was like, I know that guy's out there. He's gotta die.
I was just
Wow.
drinking on my screen. I was horribly wrong.
That's it.
Dude, those Warzone streams are nuts, bro.
Yeah, you can get it. You can get it going, Chad. Like that right there. Like I don't know what made me think of that, but yeah, man, that was crazy.
Those
That was
streams were insane, bro. That was when Warzone was actually good. Now it's hot garbage.
Yeah,
Hot
but
caca.
good to have
Hot
you here, man.
caca.
Hot caca.
Yeah, man, awesome. Well, Beardo, I look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Yeah, just in a few days, man.
It sounded
It'll be fun.
really. It sounded really gay.
It is super gay.
It sounded really gay.
Hell
Some
yeah.
really special stuff for Epic Verse, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring the corn.
Yeah, you is
The long
Josiah,
corn.
the Beardo, and Mike gonna make a reverse Oreo? Is that what you're gonna do? So
Don't forget about
Whoa.
Don't forget about Jake the Viking. It's gonna be a little bit,
Yeah. Yeah, a lot
be
of
spicy.
Yeah.
So double stuffed Oreo.
Hailstorm just dropped nothing but periods. That means that his juices are flowing now. The creative juices. He's already got an intro in mind. Anytime he does the dot dots, it's
I hate
bad
when he
news.
shows up, he does that stuff.
Yeah, that's his loading screen. Like he's already
Yep.
he's uploading the ideas already. That's what's going on.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, yeah, be sure to go check out Epicverse stuff, man. We got some really cool stuff coming down the pipe, and yeah, I mean, we're working on some really big projects right now. Like I said, you know, Fear the Beardo, Jake the Viking. We already had a teaser for that on Friday Night Tights. And then we got a project coming up here that we're working on with a certain person that runs a website called 221B Tactical. Might be coming and working on some stuff with us too.
Oh yeah.
I guess we'll have to see how that goes. But yeah, man, I appreciate you guys having me, and yeah, thanks.
Hell yeah, brother. Have a good one,
Shout out.
man.
Yeah,
Take it
Captain
easy,
America Dog Walks Batman.
Fuck him. I never liked him. Eddie for $5. Beardo would want to get penetrated by Batman's sword. Thank you for the $5, Eddie. Eric K for $5. Muppetitis is real, folks. Please donate for a cure. At Arudai, need your help.
There's never going to be a cure for whatever Rudai has.
Daramuth on Rumble for $2. Don't forget, light novels are a thing in Japan as far as the past few years, but Rip is not wrong on how things lead back to the other stuff. Heck, they'll sell figurines to Dakimuras of characters. Dakimuras?
I don't know what that is.
They'll sell figurines to Dakimuras of characters. Thank you, Daramuth, for the $2. Jonathan became a member for 4 months, says Beardy Pixels. Matthew Rise.
AP from the Hills on Rumble just dropped
a $100.
100 snap.
Let's go.
AP from the Hills for $100. This thanks to our military and veterans like Bruce for allowing us all the freedom to be here together. Fuck commies. American
Thank you,
flag.
Bruce. Shout out to
Bro.
Bruce and to AP from the Hills for the 100.
Wow. Holy
Let's
crap.
go.
Man, listen, and I say this before, like that's another thing. Like everything that happens, I don't ever like, and I hope everybody takes this to as a lesson too. I don't let things get me down as much as like that might in the moment, yes, but I try to just I make the best of every situation. So when we got hit for that demonetization a while back here on this channel, where we got fully demonetized, it was only for 24 hours. Felt very confident that it would get corrected, but at the same time, just because you're in the right and you know you're in the right, it doesn't mean it's going to get corrected. We could have been fucking demonetized for 3 fucking months for all I knew. You know what I mean? But when everybody went and supported us on Rumble and Kick, that's when I realized I was like, man, we got a hell of a thing going right here, and it's no one thing is going to derail what we're doing. There's not one thing at this point. For the longest time, I worried about that. Like, man, if we get hit here, if we hit there, it could take down the whole thing. That's not the reality anymore. The reality of it is we're Geeks and Gamers is bigger than one platform or anything like that, and that's because of the people. I remember talking to Rippa the night before the Rippaverse was going to launch, you know, and I remember, you know, he's like, man, if we just hit this, I'll be happy, you know, because he had a lot of money on the line. Like, he put a shit ton of his own money on the line. And this is what a lot of people that don't really recognize, you know, like, he put a lot of money on the line, and it's not like now it's easy. It's easy to look back and go, oh, well, Rippa's got all this success now. He put a shit ton on the line to get to that point. And once the reality of what happened, now it's built his confidence level to make all these decisions. And it's just great, man. Everybody here in the chat, you guys are the fucking best. So you guys make all this happen. Without y'all, we ain't shit. That's just the truth. We ain't shit.
Matthew Rise for $2. Rippaverse versus Capcom when?
You got no calls on the flip phone yet, so.
KCW for $5. Jeremy, don't worry. Saban will probably have his revenge tour. As for Jimbo and Durkin, well, they need to go. At least my Saints won. Hail and God bless.
Hail.
Hail. Flag Ninja for 15 months. Hail Bruce. Semper Fi, brother.
Bruce getting a lot of love in the chat, man. That's awesome.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Bruce. Luis Cuevas for $5. Epic Mike's taking L's. Go back to Bone Thugs in Harmony.
It's fucking stupid, man.
Bone Thugs, man. But man, I heard I don't remember where it came. It popped up in a fucking YouTube video, I think, really quick. But it popped up with the Tupac song, "Thug Love," you know, with Bone Thugs.
With the gunshot shit. Yeah.
Damn, that was a good song, man. Yeah. And I love that Tupac didn't like try to rap like Bone. You know, he just was still Tupac in there. It wasn't like he was trying to go fat. He's like, I'm gonna be Tupac, and it worked perfectly. You know what I mean? And that's not to say like Biggie's song with Bone, where he's rapping fast, is really fucking good too. But I think it's Thug Love. I think it's the name of that song. That's a great song.
Yeah, too well. That's called.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hercules for a 199. Beard of Shame for Epic Mike. MMA.
Damn.
MMA Chrissy King Jr.
MMA Crease King. MMA Crease King.
Okay. It's spelled okay. MMA Crease King Jr. For a $2. Mike, Death Battle said that Batman wins against Cap. Mike has bad knees for $2. Isom versus Batman? Question mark.
let him get some more comments out before we start having that convo.
Did my comment go through on Rumble? I was trying to comment in the Rumble chat, and it's not taking it for some reason, and I don't know why.
KCW for a 199. Az versus Tran Tits is the greatest death battle.
That is one of my favorite clips on the internet, man. It really is.
It's great. Jared Hawley for a 199. Batman beat Spawn in the crossover. He did. Zero Cool for $2. Mike, Beardo eats corn the long way. Thank you, Zero Cool. CJ for $5. Mike is absolutely correct about Starfield, but not about Batman versus Cap. Starfield needed more prep time. It could have used it. Breer for $5. Batman actually beat the Hulk in a comic back in 1981. Was the Batman versus Hulk Treasury Edition. Thanks, Breer, for the fun fact of the day. Zero Cool for $2. Beardo eats corn the long way and deep throats corn. Thank you for the $2. Mark of Reality for $5. The reason the wokies went nuts over Az's rant is because they were trying to get the pronoun propaganda to children without parents noticing.
Scary times we're in, man. It really is. It's a lot of deranged people out there.
Zero Cool for another $2. Hack the Planet. Baby Carrot and Peas for $2. Beardo. Yep.
Zero Cool. Zero Cool. Are you still here? I know you had some issues. I think it was Zero Cool with your with some of the stuff you ordered from the Teespring store. I think your you said like I think you got your hoodie, but you didn't get your stickers, your Cobra Cast stickers. They ship separately. And so that was Donnie Danko actually was telling me about that. So it's you just got to give it a little more time, but they ship separately. So that's why if you received one and not the other, it's because they ship separately. That's why. So.
Baby Carrot and Peas for $2 says Beardo looks like he chose the Dylan Mulvaney body. That's not what your sister was saying 2 nights ago. Steven Wasick for $5. I have 20-inch fucking arms, you fucking idiot. Steven Wasick for $5. Any Sonic the Hedgehog fans? I picked up Sonic Origins Plus, and I felt better about getting Sonic Frontiers thanks to the reviews on the website. Hell yeah.
Saying you have 20-inch arms ain't going to help him, bro. He's going to make him do it more.
I don't give a fuck. Celluloid Dream for $2. Mary Jane is non-binary in Spider-Man 2. Well, all right. Sketch for $2. Beardo. You're awesome. Hell yeah. Thanks, Sketch. Celluloid Dream for a $1.99. Batman is a homo. I must have missed that comic. Recef the Cripple.
Don't worry, it'll happen soon.
It will happen.
No, they already had one. They had one that recently that I covered where they made him like he was in some undercover.
They made Tim Drake gay,
and he was like some bisexual. Like it was more of an undertone shit, but it was gay. Yeah, it was for sure gay.
Jeez,
and it was Bruce. Yeah.
All right. Recef the Cripple for $5. I won't play any shooter anymore that has non-ranked skill-based matchmaking.
Listen,
Eric. Yep.
Apparently, Titanfall 2 is back. I'm just saying. It's they hit I think it was 17,000 people were playing the other day. Rolo. Okay.
On what?
Oh, it wasn't. By the way, somebody in the chat. It's not Robin. No, I'm talking about There's a. Go look at my channel. If you can probably type it in Batman. There was an actual comic with Bruce. This was probably within the last year. And he was like doing some undercover, like he was basically playing undercover, and he was doing some kind of this gay kind of undertone with some dude that he was working with. That was a real comic that happened in this past year. We know Robin's gay and fucking everybody else and their mama, but no, this was Bruce Wayne that we were talking about. It was not. It was Batman.
It's so ridiculous, man. They just can't stop. Right, Jed, if you can pull this up in the private chat right here. But apparently they've updated some playlists and things like that too. Hang on just a minute. I'll show. So I don't know when.
Well, isn't Apex bringing? Somebody told me that Apex was bringing a mode that's that's going to incorporate
Resurrection. It's called
yeah.
Resurrection.
Yeah.
So you got and then here's another one, Jed. I just put it in the private chat. Right there. Let Jed share that next one really quick. And so right here is the one that really got me thinking. So Titanfall 2 playlists have been updated every week. They fixed the matchmaking crashes. They put the game on sale for $3. Apex current season is called Resurrection. Resurrection ends on October 31st, right around Titanfall 2's 7th anniversary.
Oh,
I don't want to get my hopes up, but all I know is so apparently it's fixed, but my internet's so bad at HQ, I haven't been able to fully check it out. So Rolo, you got to check it out for me. Let me know. I just want to play Titanfall. That's all I want to do is play Titanfall. That's all I fucking want to do. I'll just give up everything to play Titanfall 2. Rippa, if Titanfall 2 is back, you got to play some fucking Titanfall 2.
I'm turning my Xbox on right now. I'm going to see if I can join the match.
Check it out.
Listen to me. It's the greatest movement in any shooter ever made. Okay, it's the greatest movement ever in a shooter, and it's not even close. I don't know how long it's going to last, so we only may have 2 months left for the game dies off again, but It's my favorite first person shooter ever. I love it so much.
All right, Eric K for $5. Nice to see Jeremy is back wearing Steph's hoodie and Krista's ripped jeans.
I'm not wearing a hoodie. I still have a button-up shirt on tonight. Shockingly enough.
There you go. Vex Fear for $2. I fully agree with Hayden on his $20 super chat. Thank you, Vex. Let's see. Celluloid Dream for a $1.99. Remember that ODST live trailer? It was so badass.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
Hercules for a $1.99. Now they monitor your speech in game rooms. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. Again, I don't know why anybody would be in game chat anyway. You're a fucking crazy person if you're in game chat at this point.
Discord.
Just use Discord because, I mean, if Modern Warfare 2 days didn't teach you, like, and it's not because of the shit talk, and the shit talking was fun, but it's like, you know what's the worst part of Modern Warfare 2 lobbies? Music playing guy. The guy just blasting music and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Now, how about when
There's
you're playing
always that guy who played music. There's always
the guy
that
who's
guy.
swallowing his mic back left. This guy back left. He's got an AC 130 back left.
it's that guy.
The Wolfram Heart for a $1.99. Your pan has dead parents too? No. Hypnotic for $5. That's the response I was expecting from a person who is a testosterone generating factory. Good stuff, Beardo. I still appreciate you. Lock it in. Thank you, Hypnotic. You legend. Recef the Cripple for $5. Mahler was only supposed to watch one episode and watch the entire season in one sitting instead.
That's awesome.
Shout out.
Titanfall 2 is still the Wild West. You can still get away with a lot in that because Valve doesn't care. You mean Respawn doesn't care.
Yeah, on PC for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's again, so for me, I play it on PlayStation and it doesn't have crossplay, but I play it on PlayStation. It's not too bad. I will say, and I'm very self-aware in my talents in specific video games. Call of Duty, I'm above average in Call of Duty. I am not a great Halo player online. I think I'm pretty decent at Fortnite. I am fucking good as hell at Titanfall 2. And I've gotten into a couple of lobbies. I got fucking waxed. Because again, the people that are playing Titanfall 2, they've been playing Titanfall 2 nonstop for like the past 3 years. They're the only people that are doing it. You know what I mean? It's like a few thousand people. So if you're playing Titanfall 2 right now, you're playing with people that are fucking pros at the game. Yep. And that's just the reality of it. So, and I can hang with a lot of them. There's sometimes I get into these lobbies though, and I'm like, bro, these dudes ain't never seen a woman in their life. Goodness. But yeah, it's good stuff. I can't wait to play more.
Fantastic Mr. Knox for $5 says, I was skeptical with One Piece, but it looks good. Disney should be embarrassed that something like One Piece is doing well. I might give it a go. Zero Cool for $5 says, Otla Serra y Dick Fioles. Okay.
I agree.
Hey, yeah, man, I got into a match on Exoplanet. Let's go.
What?
That didn't take that long. Normally it's only glitch. They did update the playlist too.
Can you share your screen right now? It probably won't be high quality, would it? You probably can't. You probably can't.
Yeah, I'd have to open my Elgato.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It'd probably be too janky.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Beardo can hear it.
I just got everything right.
Yeah.
Shadow saying for a $1.99. Jeremy, can I clip this? Might bring you some heat though.
Yeah. I did star that one so we could read that one earlier.
Vexer for $5. The live action characters are dialed down a bit, but they are still true to their manga selves.
I think they had to be. I mean, just because, I mean, you know, it only would work that way if they dialed them back a bit, but they still have what makes them, you know, keeps them great in the anime.
Eric K for $2 says, Batman, hold up. I'm not ready. I need prep time. Mr. Reese for $2. Batman lets looters go because he's a female dog. Because he's a bitch.
Well, that did happen.
Man, that's rough.
Recently. Again, that's just all the gay writers that don't know what the fuck they're doing with the character. He did do that though.
Feline named VJJ for $5 says, I knew it. A 5-headed ginger agrees with Beardo's Hakaka fan blaming.
I'm not surprised that a cat named after a woman's body part doesn't listen very well because I actually contradicted Beardo. So good job, the JJ. Top mark.
Thank you, VJJ, for the $5 that you'll
All I
never
know
get
is
back.
Snyder's shitty movies are the blame, not the fans.
Mm-hmm.
That's-
And what I said too.
More or less, like what Rolo said, the fans fed the media helped it, cause the flames for the fans to freak out, and then Warner Brothers listened to all the nonsense. It was a whole big shit show, just comparing everything to Marvel and MCU.
But at the end of the day, fans are fans. This fan is short for fanatic, so you still have to
but you got the fanboy Marvels that Marvel can do no wrong crowd too.
Yeah, but but at the end of the day, there's no substitute for a good movie. So if you make a good movie, then it really doesn't matter. So let's just look at something as recent as Barbie and Oppenheimer. Barbie and Oppenheimer both got a massive bump from the meme and the attention. And I would think Oppenheimer probably got more of a bump than Barbie. You couldn't find two different movies. These movies are so different in every way that even I loved Oppenheimer because I'm a Nolan fan. I thought it was fantastic. I think it's one of the great films we've seen in a long time. I thought that normies were not going to like this movie because I felt like it was reaching a normie audience at this point when it started to get like these ridiculous numbers. And I'm like, once normies go see this movie, I don't think they're going to like it because it's not that type of movie, especially the Barbie audience. Guess what? Good movie overcame all odds. So whatever expectations were, whatever people were thinking, at the end of the day, good movies, all you need. Batman v Superman is a steaming pile of dog shit. And that is why people did not like the DCEU because of bad movies.
Well, I think the better example for what you're talking about would be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. With everyone so out on Marvel, everyone assumed even if it's a good movie, it would still fail abysmally. Now, it didn't do as well as people expected, but it did really well because the good movie in it fueled a lot of the box office. So
that's true.
That movie was saved because it was a good movie. I don't reckon it as high as some other people on the panel, but I believe it is a good movie.
I fucking loved it.
That really pushed it above a lot of the other stuff that Marvel's done. So good movies can triumph a lot of studio shenanigans, a lot of fan expectations. So
I will die on the hill that BVS is a trash film. Whatever cut, the ultimate cut. Hey Jeremy, this is me right here drinking some milk that's out of date. Oh wow, it tastes good. It's out of date. Batman vs Superman fan walks up with more out-of-date milk. Oh, well, let me add more out-of-date milk to it. That'll improve it. That's the ultimate edition. If I didn't like the first 3 fucking hours of this dog shit, why am I going to like the next fucking hour or whatever it was?
The ultimate edition was good.
Why? The ultimate edition is more dog shit on top of the already dog shit that we got.
It was good.
No, it wasn't.
The Gun Club for $2 says, "Hey dude, sorry about your soggy NY Ginas." Thank you, the Gun Club.
Okay.
Zero Cool for $2. Where are my super chat? We read a few of them. Can't stop thinking about it for $2. Big Mike says, "Hi Beardo." Tell him I said what's up. SBZ for $5. So anyone here have watched Equalizer 3? Kind of feel bad for it because it seems it got washed by the One Piece tide, even though it is a solid movie.
I do want to go see it. I'm a huge Denzel Washington fan. The Equalizer movies are excellent. I've heard nothing but good things about the Equalizer, and it's been doing pretty good at the box office. So, hell, since I have no fucking internet back in Orlando, I might go fucking watch. Just can't stream. But I got to say, there's nothing better than Denzel Washington being a badass in movies, dude. It's really that's why Man on Fire is my favorite Denzel movie. And it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Man on Fire is incredible.
Scrib Eye Steak for $5. Hail, Tuesday night's main event. I rewatched G.I. Joe Resolute last night. Still as good as the last time. Wish we could get more adult sequels that aren't trash. He-Man.
Resolute is really good. I really enjoy it a lot. And it's got the Storm Shadow Snake Eyes story is fucking perfect. I highly recommend everybody watch G.I. Joe Resolute. it ends a little like I didn't love the ending. It's fine, but it's great overall. The movie's great.
The Gun Club for $5 more. Eric, I love what you have done with Isom. Much respect, sir.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Did he call it G.I. Jew?
On accident.
He started going that way.
On accident. I corrected myself.
It's the internet, bro.
I know.
It's
We
the
all get
internet.
one. We all get one. 6 Iverson for $2. Epic Mike appear on Sports Wars this upcoming Sunday. Might have to send him an invite. Eric K for $2. Jeremy wanted 7 action figures per month.
Say what?
You were talking about making some deal about 6 figures a month, whatever. Eric K says Jeremy wanted 7 action figures per month. He's trying to be funny. It's Eric K.
I mean, he tries. That's the
he
best you can
tried.
say.
He tried at least. Magadonian Esquire for $2. Beardo, you fig. Batman v Superman was an idea before Civil War. Okay, you fucking retard. Do you not think that people in the industry have caught word and caught wind of what the other studios are fucking doing, what they're working on? Do you not realize that people there are leaks and obviously, yes, Batman v Superman came out before Civil War, but do you not think these studios fucking heard and caught wind of what the fuck the other one was doing?
That's not what he's referring to,
bitch.
And that's not what he's referring to, Beardo.
I said that Civil War. I was saying these studios. I said Civil War, so they did Batman v Superman. I'm saying Avengers and then Justice League. That's what I was saying, and he's trying to make a point that Batman v Superman came out before Civil War. Yeah, no shit, you fucking retard. Do you not think that these studios catch wind of what the fuck the other one is doing? I'm not calling you a retard. I'm calling this motherfucker a retard.
Still not what he's talking about. Batman v Superman was out there before Civil War, even beyond release date in production.
The point still stands. The point still stands.
It doesn't really.
Yes, it does.
Well,
yes,
yeah,
it does.
studios have been stealing from each other forever. I mean, look at what was it, Armageddon and Deep
That's
Impact
what I'm saying.
coming out the same year.
Yeah, I mean, so by the way, that was Beardo and his impersonation of Frosk. So everyone say hello to Beardo Frosk. So there you
guys.
go.
I'm not here to be easy on the ice for you.
The worst thing you can do is defend BVS on the internet because it will not go well for you because there is no defense of that movie. You can like it, but trying to tell other people that they're wrong for disliking it, it's never going to go well. And that's the boat you're in right now. It's a dog shit movie.
I like it.
You can like it. You can like it. That's fine.
It's
okay to like bad movies.
I like the Ultimate Edition.
I like X-Men Origins Wolverine. Do you know
like
what
it
happens
too.
when I never get a lot of support for that. But the moment you start arguing with people telling you you're wrong, then you're going to lose. BVS is dog shit.
I liked it. Mr. Reese for $2. That orangutan went full Santuan. Yeet.
Talking about that's good. I like that. Talking about Santuan throwing fucking Isom out in Isom 1 or Avery out in Isom 1. It was very similar. He just kind of chucked him.
T. Louie for $5. Cyberpunk 2077 expansion and total game overhaul is out soon. Completely rehabilitated in my eyes. Just past 500K of positive reviews on Steam.
While there's nothing wrong with, I'm glad they got it fixed and everything. I mean, I was really hyped for Cyberpunk 2077. I bought it when it came out. I was, but they missed the big window with that game. I mean, they got the player counts back up for sure. But I feel like Cyberpunk 2077 was gonna be like a transcendent game, and they messed that up really bad.
Very much a Starfield situation where they oversold it by a lot, and I'm looking forward to the DLC or the expansion. But I recently replaying the game, and they must have done a patch where half the women are overweight or women of the food, as Ripple would say. I don't know what happened, but there's just a bunch of fat bitches in the game that weren't there when I originally played it. So I don't know if that's something to come.
Here we go. Hercules for a 199 says, change my profile picture for Krista's approval.
Or is it an orange Agonton? I think it's an orange Agonton.
Possibly. Doge List for a $5 says Halo is the Taylor Swift of first person shooters.
Oh man. Well, if you're talking about one of the best selling games of all time, and she's one of the best-selling recording artists. I guess that's a fair comparison.
What was the comment? Say that again.
Halo is the Taylor Swift of FPS.
Ooh.
Yeah,
No,
it's like that's not a great take.
No, I disagree completely. I mean, I guess I would want to know what context you're saying that, but I mean, if anything, by what I'm understanding that comment to be, the Taylor Swift of gaming would probably be Wii Sports. I mean, you know, that's what I would think it would be.
Shaz Nave or Shaz Navi for a $3. Am I late to the can't stop thinking about it? I don't know. Maybe.
Yes. No.
Jay Frazier for $5.
It's always okay to meme me. It's always okay to meme me.
Jay Frazier for $5. Shout out to Jed's friend and fellow underrated YouTuber Adam, the Renaissance nerd. The Roundtable is my favorite Sunday pop culture stream.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Adam. Yeah, I'm on that Roundtable stream every Sunday, and then I do a show with him on Saturdays that Beardo's actually been on, where we review older films and have a good time just enjoying what we loved. So yeah, definitely shout out to Adam, the Renaissance nerd.
Yeah, Adam's good people. East Coast Toasty Boat for $2. Different universe? Well, that universe is stupid. Hercules for a $1.99. Mike lost because of prep time in Call of Duty.
Call of Duty is another good one for sure that could be like the Taylor Swift. I mean, I personally think that there's again, it's hard to say because I went so long with not liking Call of Duty after Modern Warfare 2. Just 3 I still liked. But then all the dog shit. I don't know, like, I'm not sure where I'm at with Call of Duty. Obviously, I stopped playing after the whole thing happened. I'm not sure if I'm going to be interested in Modern Warfare 3. I have no idea. I haven't even looked into it. I've heard the rumblings about, I guess, some of the stuff. I'm not sure if I'll play it. I haven't decided yet. But I guess we'll see. Just give me Titanfall 3 and I'll never play another Call of Duty again.
The drunken sailor.
That match was a lot closer in the end than it started.
Yeah, Rolo's over here playing.
I can't hear, so it was tough to get started at first. But now I'm like, I have to play really cautiously since I can't hear anything. I had 8 kills. That was okay.
The drunken sailor for $5. Wanted to say thanks, everyone. I'm a disabled veteran that's now homeless, but love watching each and every one of you on the panel. Go Cowboys!
Hey man, sorry to hear that.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out. Thank you for watching and supporting, man.
I'm really glad we give Ukraine tens of billions, hundreds of billions of dollars, though. Good job, Joe Biden. It's a Cobra Cast topic, but good job on that one.
Mountain Mutt for $5. Beardo doesn't belong just in the kitchen. How's he supposed to clean the rest of the house? Thank you, Mountain Mutt, for the $5. Daramuth on Rumble for $2. Daki Moraz is how it's sounded out.
Daki
Moraz. What they are is body pillow covers of a character from a show or anime. Interesting. Thank you. For
I don't understand that, but I go for it. Hey,
if that's what you're into.
We're all fucking weird, right?
Jet Li for life for $20. Hail Ripa, hail Geeks and Gamers, and hail to the chat. Thank you, Pastor Jeremy Osteen.
Jeremy Osteen's had a good night tonight. I'll do that. Uh-oh. Rolo's gone. And we can't hear Beardo. So now Beardo can't read because Rolo has the devices. So hang on. Now.
I was trying to show Titanfall instead of my camera.
Ladies and gentlemen. Good.
We're back.
All right. Adam Iglesias for $5. There are no true Star Wars fans left. Whoever thinks Ahsoka is good takes it up the ass.
Say that again.
Holy fucking shit.
Wow. Oh my God.
Holy
wow. Linko Kenobi.
Oh my God.
Linko Kenobi for a $300. Do you want me to read it, Jeremy? Or do you want to?
Yeah, go ahead. Linko!
Whoa! $300 says, hey guys, what's up? Sorry to hear about your internet. I know it sucks. Anyways, I just finished watching Ahsoka and enjoyed this last episode. Jeremy, this episode brings back memories. I guess we might not be able to play Battlefront, playing Castlevania now. Hope you guys have a good night. Trump 2024 199.
Hey, Listen, so here's what I will say. If, and it's not even an if at this point, I'm almost certain we're not playing Battlefront tomorrow because no internet. I plan on being back in Pensacola this weekend, because obviously my internet works there. So even if it's just me, maybe I'll try to run something with you guys this weekend. I really, I hope we can get things resolved. Again, I've had Spectrum out to the house 3 different times now, and they can't get the fucking thing fixed. It's so frustrating. But Linko, thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Linko.
I had to sneeze. Okay. Woo! I was trying to get through what I had to say so I could do the sneeze. I'm not getting memed while sneezing. All right. I'm not doing it. But Linko, thank you. I hope you meant to send 300 and not 30. I hope you didn't hit an extra 0. But thank you, brother.
Thank you, Linko, for the 300. Eric K for 25 months. Beardo's 20-inch arms are the Yao Ming of Geeks and Gamers. Hell yeah. Empty-headed for $5. That streamer in Japan, karma got him in front of a fist. Karma got him in the form of a fist to the face. He did a vid on it earlier. Hail to the 199.
Hero Hey.
All right.
Yeah, he's good people. I like Hero Hey. MCU fan has a new profile picture. An MCU fan is really tired of the Krista emojis. So there you go. Hi, chat. Have fun with that one.
What's up, chat? Matthew Rives for a $5. Rippa, are you getting 19 inches of Venom with Spider-Man 2? I sure am.
No.
Did you see
gonna
that
play Spider-Man 2,
Yeah, I
Rippa?
saw that. Probably not.
Did you play the first one?
Yeah, I played the first one. Played the first one in the Miles Morales DLC shit. I played it on stream.
Hell yeah.
What games are you gonna try?
And
to
you have
get
no
into,
interest?
Rippa?
You have no interest in Spider-Man 2 after playing
None,
the
really.
ones?
The only games I really have interest in
FIFA?
right now. There's some game that came out. I can't remember the name of it. I actually look it up real quick that I wanted to play. I think me and Napa are gonna end up playing that. We do a lot of cooperative stuff. What was the fucking name of that? It came out early. Was it this month? It might have been last month when it came out. So it's relatively new. I'm trying to see if I'm looking on it right. I'm trying to find it right now. I'll know it as soon as I see it.
You played Forspoken, and you're not going to play Spider-Man 2, huh?
Yeah, I'm not gonna play Spider-Man.
Beardo's upset because he's pushing this nonsense about a winning game of the year, and it's not even be considered. Probably
it'll definitely be considered.
Baldur's Gate,
it'll definitely be
Tears
considered.
of the Kingdom are by far and away going to be considered for that over Spider-Man.
The name of that goddamn game, man.
We'll see.
It's just a
I'll
fact.
figure it out.
Remnant 2.
I probably do want to dive into that, but that's not what it is that I'm thinking. It's like a little action RPG.
Chat's dying now. They're like, give us some hints as to what it might be.
It'll probably be my next game that I stream for sure. And I'll stream with Napa.
Is it Nightingale?
No, that wasn't it. It's an action RPG. It's like this. I know it's a bunch of sand and shit, and you slide around on fucking sand. Maybe that'll give it away.
What do you say?
Prince of Persia?
Prince of Persia.
No.
Aren't they making a new one anyway?
Prince of Persia.
I was saying
Wrong decade.
Atlas Fallen. Yes, Atlas Fallen.
There we go.
Just for the
There we go.
Atlas Fallen. Shout out to the chat. That's probably going to be my next game that I play. And I play it with Napa for sure.
Nice.
We'll do a co-op because you can play the full game co-op. So I'm all into that.
There we go. All right.
I thought that one was VR exclusive.
I don't think so.
Oh, that's what I was hearing about it.
Man, I still want to play Half-Life Alyx VR, man.
It
I
was
really
pretty good.
play it.
It's
I really
fun.
want to play that.
Pyro Rampa for $5. Reset the clock. It's now been 0 days since Jeremy brought up Titanfall 2.
Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2, Titanfall 2.
I was able to
Titanfall
get
2,
into a
Titanfall
match.
2.
Wait, okay, let me try one more time before and see if it won't kick Beardo this time. Yeah,
I'm
see, there
jealous.
you go. There it goes.
Hey.
There's like
There we
3,000.
go.
There's like 3,000 people on. I guess if you do every mode, it'll load up quickly. Just attrition. Let's see if it'll go into a
Let's see how quickly you get into attrition.
Yeah.
Let's see how
So,
quickly.
It took like a minute and a half last time.
All right, here we go. Let's see. And you're on PC or are you on?
This is on Xbox.
This is on
Yeah, this is
Xbox.
on Xbox.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see how quickly. All right. I don't want to keep it full screen the whole time. But as soon as it throws you in. Yeah, go ahead. Keep reading.
Goblins Unite for $5 says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Thank you.
Impressive.
East Coast Toasty Boy for $2. Give me back my super chat, says Az. All right. Groovy.
Oh, look at that. It got in. That was like
Mm.
a minute, maybe less. Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Rolo. Let's go.
And this is going to be bad without sound.
Show Ripper some of the wall running.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We can show
the movement. The movement is so fucking good in this game. You get the wall run. Look at that. The double jump. Oh, it's so good.
Come on, man. Oh, there's another one over here.
Rolo's like, I got 1,800 people watching.
He's got a lot of pressure.
Yeah, freaking grunt. Come on. Well, why do we not have an SMG? Come on, man. There we go.
Oh my god, I love this game so much.
Yeah, it's a great game.
VHS quality gameplays is Johnny Light, but yeah,
I mean, yeah, probably. StreamYard's no good.
Yeah.
Oh, let's get this guy. Come on.
Just get a pilot kill.
Oh, come on.
You got the assist.
I got the assist.
All right, I'm gonna watch
shit.
it.
Oh, no.
All right, we gotta stop. I'm getting jealous. I'm getting ready to jump in my truck right now and drive back. And then just bitch at Spectrum because I could be at home right now playing Titanfall 2.
Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic became a channel member. Thank you, Groovy Lava Squirrel Medic. Sean Nagrinal became a member for 17 months. Says, you bite the beard bites back. My man. Damn. Thank you, Sean.
Damn. It's me says Titanfall looks cool, but I'm not a big fan of the mech thing. Totally understand that. I think it's very strategic. You could do pilot versus pilot. Yeah, pilot versus pilot. But honestly, like you can make your mech like stand guard, or he can you can have him walk around. So it's there, and I would also encourage people, if you play Titanfall 2, don't call your Titan immediately. When you wait until there's more Titans on the ground. A lot more happens that way. So, damn it, I love Titanfall 2.
Mm-hmm.
A feline named Vijay for $2 says Beardo was featured in Batman as his gay lover. Thank you for the $2.
Oh crap!
And then a feline named Vijay again with another $2 says, Jed, your comebacks remind me of when Biden talks.
I mean, anyone named Vijay probably knows a lot about comebacks, so I'll leave that expertise to you.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
And I think that's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Is that it,
That's
it. We're all caught up.
Nice.
Holy shit, man. Well, I've had a lot of fun. Like I said, I had no idea what we were going to talk about tonight. I called Rupa and I'm like, are you going to be on? So I don't know what the fuck we're talking about tonight. And he's like, yeah, man, I'll be there. So I think we've had a good one tonight. I love you, Chad. I appreciate you guys. You guys, all the shit talking back and forth. That's what it's all about. That's what gaming's all about. That's what being a nerd's all about. And we're not gonna let them take that. We're not gonna let them take that shit from us. So we're gonna keep growing. We're gonna keep kicking ass, and that's the best part of it. Yep. So daily's happening tomorrow. I won't be there, but Ryan's hosting. Josiah will be there, so it'll be Ryan and Josiah. So make sure you show them some love, and then CobraCast might be from Locked and Loaded Latinos studio tomorrow. No Battlefront, unfortunately, until we get this situation resolved. I will be in Pensacola this weekend, so I will certainly have internet, no question. But I'm not paying tens of thousands of dollars a month to have a fucking, operating fucking HQ that has no internet. So hopefully we get this situated.
Mm-hmm.
But with that said, Jed, where can they find you, buddy?
Well, you can find me on YouTube at Hollywood Scholar, putting out videos as regularly as I can with all the work that Jeremy has me do. But yeah, you can find me there. And I haven't shouted out in a while, but I do have 2 books for sale in the Odyssey of a Phoenix saga. All the information on that is in my Twitter and my YouTube. So go check those out if you are interested in mythological fantasy.
Hell yeah. Good stuff there. So thank you, Jed. Good to have you on. Rolo.
You can find me at Locked and Loaded Latinos and on Kick and X at the same time.
There we go. There we go.
Clearly, I was like while running there, and I was jumbled my vocabulary.
Fear the Beardo.
Yeah, all things Fear the Beardo on all social media. They're all public, so go ahead and follow me and subscribe to me on those ones.
Hell yeah. Ripper.
Yeah, I'm back to doing videos.
Yeah.
Working my way back into the algorithm. So expect some uploads, expect more streams, all that good stuff as we prepare ourselves. The company itself prepares for a massive release. Probably next month, we'll see. For Chuck Dixon's Alpha Core. So if you haven't read Isom 1 or Isom 2, you can still get it at riververse.com.
All right. Hang on just a minute. Let's see. Did we get a... Yes, Donnie Danko. Thank you, Donnie Danko, for letting me know. Matt HTX dropped a 20 on Streamlabs. Howdy, working on my YouTube channel. Added some new videos today. Check me out at God, Space, and Freedom. God, Space, and Freedom. That's from Matt HTX. And thank you to Donnie for letting me know. I appreciate that. Donnie's been doing great work. We do have some new thumbnail. So Donnie's been working on new thumbnail designs for Main Event. And when he sent me that message tonight, like, oh, look at my new Main Event thumbnail, I thought he was talking about like the new one that I've been showing you guys, not this one. But I'm glad we used this one. So this is a lot of fun. We'll be back. We'll be back completely full strength next week. We'll have the whole panel here. And yeah, it's going to be fun. I can't wait. So it's an honor and a privilege to be here streaming. The support you guys give us is amazing. So my biggest frustration right now is the internet problems at HQ. And again, I will give full context to all of that once we've kind of moved on from there. I do have a year lease, and that year lease is coming up in a few months. What the next step is, I'm not quite sure yet, but obviously we have a lot of options, and really it's just a matter of what direction I want to take us. But this was kind of a test for us, and it's been a really good test, and we've learned a lot and we've accomplished a lot, and you guys being supportive has really grown my confidence a lot. So I really do appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow for CobraCast. We got a long drive tomorrow to get back to Orlando. So other than that, thank you guys. Thank you to the whole panel. Appreciate everybody. And we will see you guys next week, but obviously daily tomorrow, and we'll figure out the rest from there. So see you for CobraCast. Have a good night. We'll talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.